Fine, oh, bagate, watch your love for like it, why not more mountain, your body, chakare, bush ready, yeah, imade, the bando, see, kilo, why now?
Hey, y'all, hey.
Hey.
I thought you was about to say it's Fat Albert.
Nah, I ain't going that far.
Welcome to another episode of Unicorn Straight No Chaser. Hey, Eva, where you come for the shenanigans, but you stay for the debauchery. As usual, I have my fellow unicorns here with me. Let's start with ladies first. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey everybody, my name is Jazz Allure, Giselle Allure, whatever you call me online, I'm there. I'm a fetish expert. I love talking about sex and crazy things, and let's just keep it going.
I love that. I like talking about sex and crazy things too. That's why we here. And of course, Victor Timely, you can go ahead.
So it's me, Digital Devil, aka King Blackstar, aka your friendly neighborhood tech guy, aka Victor Timely, aka King the Conqueror.
Yeah, do it the stutter.
Victor Timely.
Oh my god! I'm so sorry. I couldn't resist.
Like, it's the hair.
That's why I paused for a minute because I was like, I must. Facebook user, we don't know who you are, but they obviously came to see you, Jazz.
I didn't see it, but okay.
I'm with it.
And of course, we have our resident light-skinned soft dime daddy. Say hello to the people, please.
What's going on out there, everyone? It's your soft dime daddy, the Carty experience here. It is sad season, motherfuckers. haters gonna hate. Our time to shine at the end of the year.
Oh my god!
My birthday was this past weekend.
Yes,
I leveled up.
Happy belated birthday!
Yeah. Make sure you spend those skill points.
That's right.
Hey, Rockstar.
What's up, Rocks?
Oh no, we sending you hugs. Don't be depressed. We gonna make you laugh.
Oh yeah. We're gonna pick her. We're gonna pick her up. She be out in like 30 minutes.
You gonna be laughing eventually. And y'all know, even when I talk about serious stuff, I'm gonna make a joke. So you be all right, Rockstar. Stick around. We gonna lighten your mood, okay? And of course, I am your queen of extra, your sultan of shenanigans, your diva of debauchery, the official HBIC of Unicorn Straight No Chaser. Let's start with a little bit of housekeeping. Last week I forgot, and I don't want to get in trouble again because I forgot. Let's give thanks and praise to not our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, but just the best.
Just the best. Yeah.
Who is always right on time, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And if you like the shenanigans and the debauchery that you see here today, you can do tithes and offerings in the form of stars. That's right. You can give us poor struggling content creators some stars if you like the things. They say the struggle is real. The struggle is real. It's Christmas.
Gave us some stars.
It's Christmas season. Carty's birthday was last week. Did you do anything for your birthday?
Right. Go ahead and tip me something nice. I want all this new Fenty shit out. I need to grab me some Fenty draws.
How you get on that train, bro?
You gotta put your pinky up when you say that.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, you draws. Your Fenty draws. Some silky draws.
Mm-hmm.
Can y'all? How does it feel when y'all wear silky draws? Like, is it like, do you
amazing?
It do feel good. It caresses the balls.
Okay,
especially from back when you was a young boy, you was wearing them cotton joints. Oh my god! You upgrade to the jockeys with the sweat wicking and all that. You just feel like you ain't wearing nothing. Amazing. Sorry,
I'll do shit. I don't know that.
I like good draws.
More things I didn't know about draws. I mean, I like the pretty lacy stuff and all of that, but nothing beats cotton. Just for me. Madame LeBeau, she get hot.
Let that pussy breathe.
Yeah.
Air it out.
Hands on your knees. Oh, that fucking song drives me crazy.
Oh my god, I hate Sexy Red so much. Like I don't hate her. I dislike her.
I could hate. I can express hate around.
You hate her?
I can't. Yeah, I hate her.
It's the
I don't know nothing about her, so I can't speak about nothing.
It's the pregnant with the little clothes on, and then that video of her doing the chicken head dance barefoot on the stage with the snapback. Like that shit irritates me so bad. She just
I don't know.
He's setting black people back. That's a good enough reason to hate anybody.
Yeah.
Like everybody be dancing with with their big bellies out. Go ahead. Give that baby some chicken stuff.
Yeah, go ahead. Enjoy your life, but just not be popular doing it.
Like,
Yeah. My problem though is that when they like, I remember back in like it was like a couple years. Oh God, it's like a back. Seriously, like
Holly Berry.
A couple months ago when they were showing all the like really bad club pictures, where that's what Sexy Red looks like to me. She looks like somebody took a real bad club picture and just continuously looks like that for the rest of her life.
It's that baby mama that's like 6 months pregnant in the club, still trying to get her last days, and you're just shaking your head like.
What it is? You like
let her have fun. Just do it.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll be like this. Don't worry. Go ahead, dance, baby. Go ahead.
You gotta hang it up, girl. Time to hang it up.
I want her to put some shoes on.
Yeah. I walk barefooted if I can, like all in the house. When I go outside, it's the only time I wear shoes, and I hate it. I hate shoes.
Okay. See,
I call it island fee. I like.
It's a hypocrisy for me. It's her saying, "I got this, I got that," and then I see a video of your dry ass pussy, and it's like, well, you called. Like you're a fraud. You don't got the
actually,
wet.
That was one of the better pictures of her. Hey, Daquan.
You seen the video? You seen the leaked sex tape?
Yes, I did. That was a horrible sex tape.
That joint was like tumbleweed dry.
Oh,
I was like, yeah, you can't be talking about Aquafina and you on, dry mouth syndrome.
I mean, it was good. It was good for them. It was good for them.
Was it? Was it? Now she's pregnant, probably by that same nigga, and free my baby daddy in jail, all that other shit she got going on. I don't know. Anyway, we spent way too much time.
Yeah, I know.
See, that's why I hate her.
Why? Because you spend too much time talking about her?
Oh, ridiculous.
I got my little heater on. I can't hear nothing. Let me turn it over. Anyway, I brought you all here today to discuss a couple of things. Now, later on, yes, we get into the mental health part.
Eyes are so big. I can't get over.
You'll get booted. You better be careful, Carty, because she'll boot you.
Look how big those fucking eyeballs are. The eyelids wouldn't go over the eyes. They're so fucking big. And it's not the glasses that's magnifying it either. That's just how big it is.
Hey, Zena. Now, we're going to talk about a couple of things. Later on in the episode, we are going to be discussing breeding kinks, okay? Breeding kinks and pregnancy fetishes. I cannot tell y'all how happy people were that we are discussing this, okay? That means y'all nasty. And I like it, okay?
Listen.
So please.
And proud.
Exactly.
So please make sure you stick around for the debauchery. But first, we want to start with the shenanigans. And I wanted to talk about this. After we've talked about this before we actually came to the network, but I was like, okay, we need to discuss this again because I've learned a lot more things. I've been through a lot more things. I have a lot more insight. And plus, y'all keep fucking this shit up. Y'all like to use this term, but y'all are using
this is an ongoing series. This is part 4.
Listen.
Of the series.
It could be part 100 if I really was putting business.
Look, we might as well add it to the volumes of the book of narcissism.
On narcissism.
We're going to keep going until it's all depleted.
we may get there eventually. Now we're looking to our souls, but yeah, people use the term narcissism incorrectly. We got the people that always throw it out there on people and are using it wrong, and then we have the people that actually are narcissistic that are in denial and don't want to take accountability. So I see both of those things going on in these streets, and I was like, you know what? I think it's time to revisit this topic. And I'm going to, it's a lot of ways we could talk about it. We could be talking about narcissistic parents because that is a thing. We could talk about narcissism in the workplace. That is definitely a thing. I've definitely had some narcissistic bosses.
Mm-hmm.
You could talk about family members, siblings. There's a number of ways that we could discuss it. But of course, I want to talk about the more prevalent thing and the more damaging thing I feel after the parent. The parent.
Would that be just a narcissistic person who knows they're a narcissist but doesn't do anything about it, but be more narcissistic?
Usually, if it gets
and blame everybody else for him being narcissistic.
Well, that's part of it, the blame shifting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Usually, if they really end up admitting that they are a narcissist, then they may actually be ready to try to get some help. Most people will never admit it. They will never admit it. So that's the hard part. So for anybody that doesn't know, we were going to discuss narcissistic personality disorder versus just narcissistic traits, okay? Because it's two different things. Narcissism is a thing, but NPD is something completely different, and everyone does not meet the criteria for NPD. For anyone that does not know the real textbook term, narcissistic personality disorder is a mental health disorder in which people have an unreasonably high sense of their own importance. They think that they are more important than they actually are. Rockstar said, yeah, my man has traits. He's not fully LOL. Exactly. Narcissistic personality disorder affects more males than it does females, and it often begins in the early teens and then continues on into adulthood. Experts are not really sure how many people have NPD because most people will not admit that they have it. They also will hide their narcissistic traits, so it is a problem. But they estimate that there's about 1 in 200 people that meet the criteria for NPD. So that's about 75% of those people are males versus females, which makes sense, right? But I just think it presents differently in females versus men, because some things are accepted in men, and then there's things that are, women, we can't do certain things. So all people have narcissistic traits to some degree. Every single one of us does. And I think that's what people don't understand. Narcissism exists in everyone. The term would be called adaptive narcissism or healthy narcissism. So,
or confidence.
Right. So the way that would be expressed is you have confidence, you're assertive, you're ambitious, you work well with others, that is considered to be healthy. Everyone should have a little, healthy dose of narcissism. And a lot of successful people are narcissists. So it will help you in certain aspects of your life.
Yeah.
So then we have to move on from the healthy to the unhealthy. Now, before I move on to the unhealthy narcissism, do any of you know any narcissists or think you know any narcissists?
Like true narcissists?
They don't have to be NPD, but they have enough traits that it's a thing.
Oh, I know one. Guy I used to work with.
One or two.
He was super self-centered. Like everything was about him. He was one of those. So if you work in IT, there's the older guy who he's been in IT for like 15, 20 years. but he won't teach anyone how to do certain things with his job because he doesn't want you to know any of the information that he has. So he thinks it gives his job security. But on top of that, when you're trying to learn things from him, like say I was a new guy trying to learn things from him, he'll show me it one way, the way he does it, and then completely like if I try to adjust it to my liking, if I try to make it so that I understand it better, it's wrong, completely wrong, utterly wrong. You don't know what you're doing. I don't trust you to do this task. I'm going to take it from you, type of situation. And even in meetings, when he doesn't respect anybody's opinion, he doesn't respect anybody's seniority, nothing. Everybody's an idiot but him. He's the smartest person in the world. Mind you, his life was in shambles. So I don't know how you think you're the smartest person in the world and you dealing with some chick that is running you for all your money, but that's neither here nor there. Anything he does is intelligent. Anything he does is smart and good, and it's the way it should be done. But if you follow his lead, you will lead yourself into damnation. So.
Hi, Brittany. Brittany says she knows a narcissist. So does Eva. Rockstar already accused her man of having creeps. Chris catching hell over here. Let me. Rockstar, do Chris ever watch this show? Because you be catching holy hell in these comments.
He be catching strays.
I love Chris.
This is Rockstar safe place.
My man, he told me specifically I would have to see it because you wouldn't know. Like, nigga, I don't know what a door frame is, and he sees nothing wrong when he says things like that. Well, that could just be misogyny. That doesn't necessarily have to be.
I don't know, man.
That's in the gray area. That's kind of bull.
I don't know if this falls within it, but like one of my exes, and like you said, I thrive in education, and like I love not knowing things so I can learn it. Mm-hmm. So my ex at the time, was in it for many, many years. He had a particular job where it was very like science and, you know, whatever. And we were talking about menstrual cycles. Mm-hmm. Mind you, menstrual cycles. My own body, my own medical background of myself. Mm-hmm. And he had the audacity to tell me how I was wrong because since he had this job that he only had for like maybe 3 months, that he knew more than me because of this, that, and the third, and how, blah, 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 blah. Like, just going into details, like breaking down, like, blood palettes and all this other stuff. And I'm like, that has nothing to do with a female or, you know what I mean, my personal, like, menstrual cycle, whatever the hell. Like, how are you coming to me and explaining to me about my own body? Right. And it wasn't more of, like, a misogynistic thing. It was just, like, his education. Like, oh, he knew more than me. He was better than me with that. Like, whatever. And I was just like...
mansplaining.
Yeah. And I was
just the mansplaining.
Yeah, but I even told him, I was just like, and I have this thing where like, when I understand that the person around me, regardless of who it is not on my level of, like, we're not going to have a civil conversation, I block it out. I'm just like, okay, fine. Okay, buddy. Yeah, that's great. You're right. I'm wrong. Whatever.
Exactly.
Like, over there. Because I'm not going to argue. But it's also that situation where like, you'll just see him continuous spiraling of how, and just picking about everything about it. Also family does it too. So, but I think like with family, like I said, I just literally just pour wine and just watch it crumble. I'm like, yeah, tell me about life. Yeah, you can't do anything, you know. I know your life, I know your background, but go off.
Listen,
Carty, were you saying something?
I might know one or two, but I never got close enough to really even say that. So well, that's good. I try to stay clear. Then again, I'm like, maybe I was probably a little bit narcissistic when I was younger. Mm-hmm. But I think it was mostly confidence. Mostly confidence.
I mean, you still
probably a little swagger. It's a good dose. Nothing really too toxic.
And a teenage boy is that's peak narcissism. Like
I was younger. I thought it was narcissism. Shit. Like but nah.
So, okay. I mean, all of y'all have made some valid points. And since I don't know these people and, you know, they could be not, right? Because we go past the healthy narcissism or the adaptive narcissism and move into the unhealthy areas when people exhibit the traits that I'm about to say. So, there's the one thing people need to understand, that there is subtypes to narcissism. Oh yeah, Eva said her mother's a narcissist. Mine too. There are subtypes of narcissism, so that's why everyone's narcissistic traits do not present exactly the same. There is definitely two, right? Covert, overt. Most psychologists will agree to that. And it is broadly accepted that there's 5 subtypes, but it really could be up to 14. It could be hundreds. A combination.
Hundreds. Goddamn.
It could be combinations of the patterns and how it presents.
Okay.
But across the board, this is what you're going to find in someone who would be considered a narcissist, as it affects their relationships, you know, in some way. The degree can vary, and then that's when it would move into being impeded, right?
Okay.
But in some way. So number one, they lack empathy. They find it very hard to empathize with other people. Number two, they exhibit grandiosity. Number three, they have a sense of entitlement. 4, they exude arrogance. Then number 5 is superficiality. They're very surface. 6 is chronic egocentricity. And so egocentricity is a person who has an inability to accurately assume or understand any perspective other than their own. If it doesn't make sense to me, it doesn't make sense. Fuck what you saying.
Mm-hmm.
And this is gonna be about.
That's a popular one.
This could be about your own feelings. I don't care if you said about your Papa dying. He was old. I don't get it. I don't understand being upset about somebody that was going to die anyway. Like something like that. You get what I'm saying? They are admiration and validation seeking. They want people to look at me, look at, I just did this, I just did that, you know, follow me on social media, like very needy and attention seeking. They're envious of other people, and that can be quietly within themselves. They could be envious. Some people will be outwardly envious with people they feel is safe, but a lot of times they'll keep it to themselves. They have an incapacity for true intimacy. So their relationships are about what someone can do for them. That's what it's about. When they say they love the person, it's not because they really love the attributes about the person or the character of the person. They love what that person does for them. So if you were to say, well, why do you love me? Well, I love how you do this for me. I love how you take care of me. I love how you buy me things. I love that when I need money, I can borrow it from you. It's about what you do for them. So the intimacy is not true. They exploit people. They manipulate people. They have dysregulated anger. So they could get upset about the tiniest things, and you sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? I don't understand. All I did was turn the light on. Turn the light on.
All right, I'm a narcissist because you're wasting goddamn electricity. Look, turn the goddamn light off. You're not using light. Turn it off.
You one of those 75 degree. Don't touch my thermostat.
Don't touch the thermostat. Turn off the light when you're using it. You're done with the bathroom. Turn the light off. Just not giving light to ghosts. Come on.
And the very last thing that you'll see across the board is they have 2 faces, right? For the public, they have the face that they show for validation to get what they need, their narcissistic supply. A narcissist is all about supply. Everything that they do is about feeding their ego because they're empty, right? They're empty for whatever reason, and they need some things to make them feel important, make them feel better about themselves, because at their core, they're very insecure. They're insecure. And so they need people to like them and have a certain perception of them to make them feel better about themselves. So if you're in a relationship with them, the face that you're going to see in public, oh my God, this person does everything for, Black women. They're pro Black women, but behind the scenes, they torturing their girlfriend. Mm-hmm. They're emotionally abusive. They're not emotionally available. They appear to be much more emotionally intelligent than they actually are. I mean, for lack of a better word, they're fraud. They're fraudulent. So that is what you will see across the board in a true narcissist. And when you don't know people intimately, you might not realize that that's really how this person is behind closed doors. But a lot of people, there's a lot of people walking around like that. Like they said in the comics, my mother is one. My mother is one. and people love them. People love them. But when it's inside, it's a lot going on. So, Jez, I know you mentioned that you feel like you had an experience with a narcissist before, like in a relationship setting.
Yeah, so I would definitely say one of my exes, like the one actually I was just talking about, that was just like one kind of example. It's one of those things like when you're so close to the situation, you really don't kind of process and you try to make excuses and you try to whatever. And like with him especially, it's like one of these examples I get why I am very guarded with certain things. Like I'm a spoiler. I love giving gifts. I love doing all that. So trips for his birthday, I'm paying for it. He wants to do this, I'm already planning. Things he got to take care of, I already took care of.
Yeah.
I want to do all that stuff. And then when the time will come around for my turn, mind you, I'm not plotting, but like planning, right? So I'm like, hey, for my birthday, why don't we do this? We went to Jamaica for your thing for the umpteenth time. Why for my birthday, we go to Puerto Rico, we go run a villa like we did that over in Jamaica. Let's do whatever. And by the time I get a pizza party.
Child.
And he's like, and I remember like literally like one of the last things that like kind of broke me out of the situation. And I talk about this a lot. Like, I went through a bad injury. I broke my foot. And his whole situation, I remember calling him like when it happened and he just, well, what you going to do? What you mean? We've been together 11 years. Like, you're not going to help me?
That is not the response.
Yeah. And then it was just
seriously though.
But it's like in my head, because I loved him so much, my reaction to it was to make excuses. He's overworked. He's busy. He's got things. He's got a lot on his plate. But mind you, at the whole time, not everybody, but like people would think, like his own family who would witness it would also be like, oh, but he, again, works so hard. He's this is why he acts this way. And, oh, but he loves you so much. That's why he does this, that, and the third. And I remember one of the last straws was I was healed up a little bit and we were walking like in Atlantic City. He was like, oh, let's go on a little trip, me and you, let's go to Atlantic City, which I don't mind. I love Atlantic City. So we're going, mind you, I still have a boot on. I can't walk for long periods of time. I have a broken foot. He fought with me about it and was like, he was like, why can't you walk normal? And I was like, I can't walk normal because it's a broken fucking foot.
You fucking asshole.
No, but here's the situation that really get me because we're into soccer, right? So he was like, oh, but soccer players can do it and they can. I was like, okay, so wait. And I sat him down and I said, okay, let me run this by you. Soccer players, these professionals who have money, who have time, who can get rest, who have training, who have all these things, not little old me who still has to work, who still has to get shit done, who still has to go to PT, who still has to run her life and still trying to make your ass happy. It's like, no, you just don't understand. What? And I was like, you know what? I don't think this is the relationship I need to be with. It took me a while, but I think that's what a lot of people have to understand. And like, we have to kind of forgive ourselves for that. Like I said, because as we're thinking we're being good to them as well, we're enabling them.
Right.
We're enabling that shit. And maybe, like I said, I also am a firm believer of regardless of whatever mental situation it is or behavioral situation, whatever the case, we have an opportunity to say, hey, if you really love me like I love you, this is what I don't like. Can we work on it? And if not, then we can separate.
Right.
But if it's a situation, I can never do that or you can never do it to me if we never talk about it. And so if you have that strength, if you have that situation, do it. Talk to them. Say, hey, this is what you're doing to make me uncomfortable. This is what makes me feel unloved. This is what makes me feel this and that. How can we overcome it? Because it's ridiculous. And I don't want to say I feel bad for people that have narcissistic tendencies or a narcissist or whatever the case, but it's a situation where it's like, I'm a very, I call spicy person. I don't like my mom, she is a narcissist. I don't care. I fight with her, not fight with her, but I challenge her.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, why do you have that? Like, walk me through that again, because I love learning, and I don't have this. I don't have a tendency to think I know everything, but I love to learn everything. So teach me. Tell me why you think that's the way to go, so I can be better. And then it'll be something, the most stupidest thing, and then I'm just like, oh, you're cute, and then I just walk away, pat him on the head.
I can't.
I'm just like, oh no.
I can't do that. I can't. Like, I totally had to cut my mom off because it's too painful. Because you know, on a daily basis, fine, you could laugh some things off, but when I'm really going through something and things are serious, and I need to lean on you because you're my mother, I'm supposed to be able to lean on my mother, right? That is too hurtful for me, so I can't go through that. So and those, I'm just like, I just can't deal with you at all.
I think it's a part of, if I have a toxic trait or something, that's part of me. Like, I have to do, because it's like the fascination I have of the audacity. And it's a situation too, like with my mom, again, just for the example, like I remember when my father died, and we're talking about his funeral. Mind you, that was my father, that, you know, he only had me and my sister, through another wife or girlfriend. And my mom was asking me questions, not if I was okay, not if anything like that. Her first reaction was like, because she couldn't go. And she was like, oh, I bet if I was there, that everybody would have been paying attention to me because I was his first wife. And I'm like, your daughter is in mourning. And I was just like, okay, Mom, like, I'm not fighting with you. I was just like, you're a little special.
All about you.
Like, I'm not dealing with you. I was just like, I can't.
I'm sending hugs to you, Rockstar. She said that's why I'm depressed. My mom and I got into it, and because I finally set a boundary.
That's what always.
That's good though.
That's good, but
It's
that's
gonna be
what
hard
always
at
does
first. But once she starts respecting a boundary, I'm sure things will turn around.
So, Carty, you think you're a little narcissistic?
Oh, just a little bit, just a tad bit, just enough to like spice up your life. You know,
Honestly, though,
Not the Spice Girl song though.
spice up your life a little bit. You know.
Hey, BK, do you identify with any of those things on the list I just
some I do, but the thing is, I have empathy though.
Okay.
So I have empathy for a lot of things, and even though it took me some time to back out of smaller things, look at the bigger picture, and look at other people's point of view, it helped a lot.
Okay.
I was really headstrong, like, hey, let's do it my way because I know how to do it my way, and it's just easier for me, fuck everybody else, because it's easier for me. And then
poor Ty.
Well, she's, you know, I ain't bad. I ain't bad. I'm still have my ways, but I own up to it though. If I have come across it, like, hey, this is how I am, and like, if you want me to act this certain way, I'm sorry, because that's just not in me. I don't know if that's being narcissist at all, but that's just a part of my personality. I apologize for it because this is the way I am, but trying to change it for you to help you out is not in the cards.
It depends, right? Because yes, some things just like, hey, that's how I am. I don't like chocolate. That's how I am. I'm not going to change for you. I'm never going to like chocolate. But when you have a trait that is damaging your partner, right? And I don't mean because like maybe your partner is
what she be whack.
Oh my God, that apology.
It's just because she just don't want to hear it.
If you have a trait,
maybe that's her narcissistic trait. I don't know.
Oh my God, you have a trait or you're doing something that's hurting your partner, and it's not based on your partner being insecure or coming from an unhealthy place, right? And you just like, oh well, that's how I am. Like I know I'm fucked up, and I'm just going to like if you ever say the words, yes, I know I'm fucked up, but I'm okay with it. That's not.
Well, I don't think it's so much of that. I think it's more of like with my ex, what he would do is go to the extreme. So his whole thing is like, I'm a talker. I like to discuss things. I like to work them out. Where he just like, if you didn't see my way, I don't want to hear it. So what he would do is just like to see what did he say the one time? He was like, I'm being accommodating to you. And I said, excuse me?
Oh, God.
So when we would talk, he would literally just shut down everything. So like his issue, like he would never want to see my family.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't like crowds. And I was just like, okay, but you know, we're Puerto Rican, so we're crowds all the time. But I was just like, yeah, I get it, but I need you to be there for me. And he was like, so he went one time, but he was quiet the whole time, reserved in a corner somewhere, doing his own thing, not talking to anybody, not just to get his way. He was like, well, I did it. I was there. And I was just like, I'm not asking you to be chummy with everybody. Or like if we were arguing or not arguing, to avoid an argument, he would just shut down.
Mm-hmm.
And he wouldn't say anything. He's just like, and I'm just like, that's not words. Use your big man words. Like, let's talk about it.
Yeah, that was me when I was younger. That was like I should.
It's childish. But like you said, I don't feel like I do agree with you though. Like as far as if you're not set in your way, like if it's something that's a part of you, actually, like it's something that you know you can never change or fully change or whatever, then that's a part of you, right? Be it for something good or something bad. Yeah. However, if it's something that can be, I don't want to say adjusted, but it's something that can be in a dance with your partner. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's kind of hard to to be the full understanding. Like I'm very emotional. My partners, when usually for some odd reason, I'm always picking partners that are not very as passionate and emotional.
You choosing emotionally unavailable people?
By accident, I guess. Because they love me. Because they love me. They're like, wow, she's passionate. She's great.
Because they feed off of your energy.
Exactly. But then when I get them alone, they're just like, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Right. So but I can't be mad because I chose that, right? Well, not mad.
No. Yeah. So here's the thing.
Go ahead. You
can be mad because if you are expressing your feelings, like typical normal feelings, you were with somebody for 11 years. You're going to go through ups, you're going to go through downs, you're going to go through a lot of stuff. The expectation that your person is there for you sometimes to be supportive, there's nothing wrong with that. It's not being needy, right? So if the person is treating you like you're always there for them when they're going through stuff, but then when it comes time for you to go through things and you need that emotional support, if they can never do that for you, your foot was broken, you was in the hospital, he could not be there for you. And I understand it because I've been through that like several times with different people where I was in the hospital and they would not come, they were not there for me. Like I'll talk about the oldest one. I think I mentioned this before, that I got into a really bad car accident. I used to be an EMT and my ambulance like flipped over on the side or whatever. Me and my boyfriend at that time got into a fight that morning. Like we argued before I went to work. And he said something to me like, we remember it different. He always says, I hope that he wished that I would die or something like that. And I say, you wish that my ambulance would flip over. That's what I remember. I could be remembering wrong. Either way, both was fucked up. And I feel like you spoke from me, right? Because what is the chances of that shit happening? I'm calling him to tell him about the accident later on that day. He's answering the phone, hanging it up. So I called his cousin that I'm really close to, and I was like, listen, I got into a car accident. I'm trying to call and tell him we got into an argument earlier. I'm sure that's why he's hanging up on me. But I'm sure if you call and tell him what happened, just tell him to call me. No, that motherfucker ain't never called me. Went home. I had to get somebody else to take me home, and he did not speak to me, did not check on me or anything. For weeks. I had to like go to my friend. Well, the nigga I ended up cheating on him with.
That's well deserved at that point.
The nigga I ended up cheating on.
You forfeited all rights.
Because I needed somebody to help me change my bandages and stuff. Like I literally had to almost get plastic surgery. But that's something that ended up happening to me again later on in my life, where I was in the hospital and like the person wouldn't show up for me. So that's what I mean by that, like emotionally unavailable. I'm showing up for you, but you can't show up for me when I need it. That's fucked up. That's
that's instant, excommunicate.
Yeah.
Genocide said it seems childish, but it also can be anxiety issues. That's not something you can just turn off. Rockstar said, "I'm sorry, Gina. That's so messed up." Oh man, fuck that nigga. He.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
Fuck him. I'm still alive. You tried to kill me, bitch, and I'm still here.
Put that Jesus.
Acrimony too.
Acrimony.
My message. If you ever see this bitch, you tried to wish death upon me, and I'm still here.
Can't kill a witch.
So you know that it can be really hard in a relationship, and that's where the narcissism takes the unhealthy turn, because they are not able to say, "Damn, that's really fucked up. I did that to you." Like they will never truly empathize and feel how you feel. They could say the words like, "I know I should have been there," but they don't really feel that. They don't feel bad.
It doesn't get past a base level. It's like it's because I've dealt with that too. They can show you base level of empathy, but if it goes any deeper than that, like it's out the window.
Yeah,
it's truly crazy. Like you said, every time I think about like my past with my former partner or my ex, and I just think about like even like that hotel trip I told you, like going to Atlantic City. I remember, and again, I don't want to say I'm stupid or I went through a moment, right? So it's like a situation where like I'm in crutches, going into the hotel room, and I'm putting my own bags, carrying my own bags. And I just remember one of the workers, like a bellhop, just looking at me like, and he just made eye contact and was like, "Damn." And I was just like, "No, it's fine. It's
You get the hot grits to the face.
The situation with that though is that like for romantic partners, I will say I was a little more lenient. Now it's not a thing for me. I'm very outspoken about everything. I don't give a crap. But like for family members, never was a crap. I was always calling that shit out. You was getting these verbal hands. I was fighting whole families on both sides. I don't care. Because it's a situation where it's just like, again, the way my brain and how I process the world around me. Again, I never like to say that I'm the smartest person in the room. I never want to say like I know everything and know more than, even if I do, because I don't. What if there's something I just didn't know? So when somebody feeds me bullshit or tries to feed me bullshit, I start already calculating that shit. And I'm just like, that's not how that happens. That's not at all. And the next thing you know, I'm fighting the whole family.
I mean, it's easy to do it with the family. I didn't have a problem.
It's so easy.
Family, but Dad, what you do to Jess? No.
The whole sex thing.
It's easier. It's easy for me to do it with family. With my relationships, it's harder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But let's get into some of these subtypes.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay, because it might be like oh shit.
Yeah, I'm waiting for this one.
Red flags.
I'm thinking of, look, I'm looking at myself. I'm like, let's see how many I can calculate.
Exactly. Let me check off some boxes.
That's right.
Do some shadow work.
Yeah, I fully admit, and I said this, like I do have some narcissistic traits because I grew up in a household with a mother that was a narcissist. And so it is really hard for you to grow up in a household like that and not pick up some shit. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But I'm fully aware of it, so I work on it so that I am practicing empathy and things like that. I don't want to ever be like Regina. So I work very hard on that. But the first type of narcissism we're going to discuss is grandiose, overt, classic narcissism. When you think of a narcissist, this is the first thing that comes to mind. Somebody who has a deep desire for praise and compliments. They're attention seeking. They have an overinflated sense of self. They overestimate their capabilities, their intelligence. They have a need to have interpersonal dominance. So of course, like the men saying, "Oh, you don't know what you're doing. I got this. You don't know anything." They have an inability to empathize with others. They're insensitive to the needs of others, arrogant, loud. They got to be the biggest person in the room, the loudest person in the room. They got to be seen in the room. Titled. They're highly self-involved. A person with overt narcissism will think that they are way more emotionally intelligent than they actually are. Okay.
Oh, no.
Until it comes time to be there. Until it comes time to actually be emotionally intelligent. It's crazy.
That chuckle. I definitely know somebody who meets that criteria. Now, there is some people that suggest there's a subtype of grandiose narcissism called antagonistic narcissism, right? So where they exhibit all of those things I just mentioned, but they're really like extremely competitive. They tend to disagree and argue. They take advantage of others. They have difficulty forgiving other people, and they have issues trusting other people. Okay, I see you making faces. You like thinking of somebody? You? And you seem so lovely. You seem so lovely. So there was a study that was done where they did a study with first year psychology students as far as their narcissism, right? So the people that exhibited grandiose narcissism in the beginning, they were like very popular, right? So these are the people, they walk in the room, they in the party. Oh yes, I want them. But over time, people start to dislike them because of all the attention seeking, the me. Look at me, and that is not reciprocated to anyone else. So there's nothing wrong with being allowed this person in the room, but when you don't give anybody else the time to shine,
yeah,
you don't want anyone else to shine.
Stuff in our lights, so got time.
Or you sabotage people that are trying to shine.
That part. Saboteur.
So every bad bitch out there.
I'm a bad bitch.
Don't bring up Sexy Red again.
I didn't even mean to. That's like Bad Girls Club and all them motherfuckers.
Oh, Natalie Nunn. Oh my
God.
That's a narcissist.
It's all me or none.
Yeah,
sounds like I'm the baddest bitch in the room. You can't tell me shit. I'm gonna throw water on you now.
BK says, shaking my head. Listen, and the thing about it is, like they said, those people will be very popular, but if you really get to know them, not so great. Not so great. Then we have what I was so happy to discover this, right? Because I was in a relationship with one of these motherfuckers, and I could not pinpoint what the fuck it was about him that I didn't like at the end of it. And I went into the rabbit hole. That is why narcissism is my specialty, right? If I had a degree, it would be in narcissism. Because I really did, like, this man lied so fucking much. I needed to figure out, because he was so fucking likable. And he actually convinced everyone that I was a horrible person when he was the horrible person. Is a vulnerable or a covert narcissist, right? Covert narcissism is like the opposite presentation of a grandiose narcissist. So their behavior is much less obvious, is much more subtle. They're not loud. They're not as outgoing. They're still really highly focused on themselves, and they really thirst for praise from other people. But their admiration seeking may manifest by like giving people backhanded compliments, talking down on other people to make themselves appear to be better. And in the effort, they talk down on themselves in the effort to gain like assurance from other people, like, oh, you know, I'm entering this singing competition, but you know, I don't have faith that I'm going to. I don't know.
The cap game.
You like that shit, like, oh, and then most people are going to be like, oh my God, you got this, you know, you're going to do good, I believe in you, it's already yours.
Vampires.
People are naturally going to do that, but they want that supply. Feed my ego, so I'm gonna be what I like to call Eeyore.
Yeah.
Eeyore. I love Eeyore. I don't know.
Don't get mad at Eeyore.
What was me?
Eeyore, because they're not necessarily depressed. Like we think they're depressed, but actually, I had the epiphany. Like, no, this person is not really depressed. This is what they do to get you to give them supply. So it's woe is me. Nobody.
You
No,
just
nobody
You're being fucked up
understands.
situations, man. His tail keep falling off. Like he need help.
And what's crazy?
But he could get another nail. He could
But I'm
fix that.
think about this person in real life. We all know a person is always the world doesn't
Yep.
understand me. Nobody understands me. You know,
Instagram.
I should be.
I was about to say social media. Social media has made so many of these type of people like
Oh
it's
my
like a breeding
God.
ground. You look at a Facebook post, like that's why I block certain people. Not even block. I put them on like restrict, so I can't see their feed and stuff because I don't want to see that all the time. Like I will be supportive. I will be there for you. I will make sure that you're good. But once it's every week where this stuff is happening and something catastrophic happens every single day, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's too much.
I will not go to your
You always
GoFundMe.
got some
I'm
shit
telling
going.
you right now.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to go to your GoFundMe page. I'm not doing it.
But here's the thing. I'm a resource queen. So like I've been through so much in my personal life where I purposely make sure I make connections. I have all those resources so I can pass that on. So when I have somebody who's like, you know, God forbid, my house burnt down. My dad stole all my money. This is the situation. Okay, cool. This is how I'm going to help you. You can do this. You can do that. You can do this. You can do that. And you're like, oh, but you know, I can't. Okay, you don't want help. So I'm not going to continue giving you, you know what I mean? I could be helping somebody else. And
No,
you know,
but
it's
they'll take your help. They'll take your help. You'll never get a thank you though.
Yeah.
They'll never thank you for it. You'll help them, but they'll never thank you. And they'll be like, you know, I did it all by myself. I picked myself up by the bootstraps. And you'll be like, motherfucker, I could have sworn.
Nah, you ain't make it out the mud like that.
Yeah.
Help you get it out the mud. But you know, be great.
A humble thing though. Because if you think about it, like let's say me, I'm very hard to ask people for help. Even if I need it. I could be struggling, dropping everything. I'm like, nah, guys, I'm good. Y'all don't need to help me. Do you keep walking? It's fine. But it's a situation like I don't mind struggling. Like I should ask because that's, you know, a toxic trait of mine. Like I don't ask for help when I need it. But it's a situation where it's just like, if I help somebody, I know my instinct is to never believe that you're ever going to thank me, which I don't do it for thanks. I don't do none of that. But I don't assume that you're going to thank me. Like going to like narcissistic parent I had. My mom went through a situation where they didn't have money. I had my little itty bitty job, being, you know, out of high school. I'm paying bills, big bills, asking for shifts, extra shifts, taking on these adult responsibilities. And then at the end, like, oh, you never helped the family. You never cared. You never this. I'm like, and that's when I think another reason why like I just lose it, because I'm just like, you didn't have to know. It's like, especially was my grandmother. She passed away from cancer. I was actually supplying, like helping my grandmother pay her medical bills. And when she passed on, the first thing out of my mom's mouth was like, you didn't care about this family. You never this and that. I said, because I was working. I said, I didn't do these things to gain, I didn't care. You don't have to respect me. You don't have to thank me. You don't have to do nothing. I did it from love because you're family. But or like friendship. I'm the type of person, if you know anybody that ever know me in personal life, like I will give the own shirt off my back. I don't care because I understand where struggling comes from. So wherever I do, but it's a situation I'm never gonna expect you to thank me. However, if you're making up a story in a situation like I pulled myself up out of my own bootstraps and I did this, and I'm just like, okay, that's cool. But then you try to chastise me at any point in time. That's when I go off.
Right.
That's when I'm like, now I have to correct the story because now you're being too much.
It depends on the situation.
You gotta get roasted at that point.
But Eva said it's like those people that take photos of themselves crying is literally for attention, and the woe was me. Exactly. My daughter tried to do that, and I told her to delete it because that's some attention seeking shit. It is. They
good job. That's good parenting right there.
Like that. Now I keep trying to help from a distance now, and it's like they always need more. They don't want to do anything to help themselves. They will come up with 101 excuses as to why, and it irks me. Then want to run to social media saying no one loves me. Shut the fuck up.
I hate that shit so fucking much.
It's real attention seeking and embarrassing. It's been about 10 years, and I'm still cringing like it just happened. So yes, some more traits of the covert narcissists are they're introverted, they have difficulty taking criticism, expressing that they are not good enough. They often play the victim. They blame shift. They shame other people for their own mistakes. They have poor self-esteem. They're insecure, and they have very low confidence. But all narcissists are insecure at the core. They're insecure, and
Mhm.
that's why they act like that, because it is a mask to hide how they really feel about themselves. Then we have a communal narcissist. A communal narcissist, they'll claim that they have these strong moral codes and they want to help the world and they believe in fairness, but they do not behave in their real life like this at all. So these are the people that are always doing a good deed, but they want to take a picture. So it's the person that will give a homeless person money or give a homeless person a meal, but they
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that ain't me.
okay?
I'm ready to help the
Anytime
world,
you
but
do a
no.
good deed, there is a camera there, there is a video there. They claim that, you know, they pick something. They pick something that they are so outraged by and that they want to champion, but is really just a way for them to seek their narcissistic supply. So you perceive these people as, no, they're wonderful, they're generous, they're giving, you know, they're saintly, they would never do anything. They're it's full a bunch of shit. It's a bunch of bullshit. Their actions don't align with anything that they say, believe, or think. Their concern for others is not authentic or genuine. Their intentions are just based on gaining social power or elevating their self-importance. And they are treated when others, they are upset when others are treated unfairly, but will not treat others fairly when they face a similar situation. And the last one, this is what I would classify as you have NPD. You have narcissistic personality disorder. This is the criteria, right? Is the malignant narcissist. Okay. This is the person that is the most severe type of narcissist. These people will try to ruin your life. A lot of people
It's like the Super Saiyan of all narcissists.
Right. A lot of professionals would be like, this is a mixture of like antisocial social personality disorder and narcissism. So, you know, it's similar to the grandiose, but their behaviors are like everything is to the extreme. So they display paranoia. They have a fear of others making fun of them. They act aggressively with others. They're sadistic. They take pleasure in hurting you. They're vindictive. They have zero tolerance for any type of criticism, and they lack the ability to handle any type of criticism. So these people are the people that if you try to leave them, you try to divorce them, they could try to kill you in the most extreme of it, but they'll try to destroy your life. They'll try to destroy your life. How dare you fucking leave me? You're not getting no money. I'm taking the kids. I don't want these fucking kids, but I'm gonna take them just so you don't have them.
I've seen a few studies about those. It's too much.
Yeah. It's all of it is abuse.
Oh yeah.
In some way, shape, or form. Narcissistic abuse. Eva said accountability is such a good word because people need to know how to hold themselves accountable, but also hold others accountable. They will never hold themselves accountable, Eva. Never. They don't understand what that is. Genocide said that's because being a depressed victim is currency on social media today. It's all that matters to some in the quest for validation and backpats. Well, on social media, there is a plethora of personality disorders going around. I see borderline personality disorder, histrionic personality disorder, people who are bipolar. I see narcissists. I see a lot of stuff because it overlaps. And so it all starts to look the same because a lot of it does encompass attention seeking and stuff, or bipolarism. A lot of it does encompass attention seeking. So social media is like the worst thing that could have ever happened to people with personality disorders. The worst thing.
Because it's just all front and center.
Another thing that people fuck up is what gaslighting means.
You don't know what gaslighting means.
You trying to gaslight me right the fuck now?
Ain't no gaslighting here.
Thank you, Jess.
None of my watch.
People use the word gaslight and it is wrong. They use it a lot and there's wrong. And then there's a lot of people who gaslight you and they try to make you believe that they're not gaslighting you.
Oh God.
Like I hate it because people never mind. I'm gonna keep my
We're gonna speak truth to power today.
Right.
Go ahead, sister.
I can go off on the gaslighting.
So for those who don't know, gaslighting is a manipulation tactic. It involves making the victim doubt their own memory, perception, or sanity. The narcissist might deny events, twist the truth, belittle the victim's feelings to gain control, and maintain their inflated sense of self. So I was there. I saw it with my own eyes, but you won't tell me that it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
People use any kind of tactic they can to make you feel like you are fucking tripping. Go ahead, because I see you want to say something.
No, it reminds me of Eddie Murphy and Delirious, I think it was.
Oh yeah.
That his girl caught him out cheating, and he was like, "I saw you, I saw you." He's like, "Wasn't me," but I saw you. It wasn't me. He's like, and he was like, "You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe it wasn't me, and maybe it wasn't you." And it's just a situation. And I will feel like, don't get me wrong, gaslighting. I do feel on my personal level. I don't want to say I abuse the word. I use it loosely because I personally feel like it's also a survival tactic for certain situations. And I'm saying, like, let's say if I was in an abusive situation, right? Somebody, was trying to manipulate me or something. It's like, I had this conversation with someone recently. It's pretty much saying, like, you can't play a player, right?
You can't
try to gaslight me because I want to do the same to you. Now we're both.
No. This is the term that I use. I got this from my grandmother. Like, you can't out slick a can of oil.
Exactly. Can't do it. It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna fucking happen. First of all, that's the reason why I'm able to tell people I have narcissistic traits. Okay, so don't play in my fucking face, baby, because I know how to play. I know how to play. So don't play that game with me because now I gotta reach in my toxic bag.
And pull that's what it is. Literally, I need a bag that just says.
I know what you're doing because I would have done the same thing.
Woman, I got something for you. Real quick. Yeah, like, well, I got you. No, like, no, that's not what happened. You're right.
My favorite.
Go ahead, Darius. Go ahead.
My favorite example. If you ever see the movie Two Can Play That Game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole movie is just gaslighting central. Gaslighting, transfer energy, all that. They was like duking it out like some heavyweight champs in that movie. It was crazy. And then she would explain what all that was, and people just like, that's a funny romantic comedy. I'm like, no, that was the trenches, bro. That was exactly how that should be going down.
It's toxic.
Listen, if we watched all the movies that we used to watch when we were younger, now when we are like more healthy, we are healthier and have more insight, we would be like, oh my God, this shit is trash. Oh,
yep.
This is trash. Like Love and Basketball, trash. Horrible. Okay.
I love Jones, but
I love Jones too.
Everyone loves Jones, but damn.
My namesake, he
not good.
He was a piece of work, bro. Like, I love that movie. I love that my name is in that movie. The representation isn't all that on there, though. He was pretty bad to her.
Rockstar said me and my man was throwing gasoline on each other. Oh Lord, no. Facebook user said like playing head games, aka mind games. Same. I mean, yeah, it's the same thing, but with it's more malicious.
Yeah.
I think
they're trying to make me think I am tripping. Like when somebody is completely invalidating your feelings, that does not feel good at all.
Yeah.
One phrase, I'm sorry you took it that way. It's like that was not my intent. Because to be fair, like I always thought, because again, the way my brain processes things, I always thought that was the right way to explain my actions for certain things. Because I personally, and not saying I don't do bad things or I don't do bad, to be manipulative or something. However, I don't go out on a mission to do it. Even if I hate somebody or I don't like them, I don't go like, I want to ruin this fucking person. I don't. Yeah. I do too much. However, let's say if I'm talking to you and I'm a blunt person, so I'll be like, yeah, but like, weren't you like you mad that your man cheated on you? But weren't you fucking his brother the other day or whatever the hell? It's like saying, but I'm bold about it, right? But then they'll be like, what else to say? They're just like, oh, you offended me by that. Like, you're supposed to be my homie. Like, you're not supposed to say anything. And I'm just like, well, I'm sorry you took it that way. Like, I wasn't trying to be. I was trying to be understanding of your situation.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you threw it out of proportion. But, you know, then I had to correct my own self when I realized that's not the terminology I should use, because then that just makes somebody be more aggressive towards me back, because they think they have to defend themselves. And I'm like, I don't need you to defend yourself. We're not arguing. I'm just saying, like, again, you can't be mad. I'm a firm believer of, like, if you let things happen to you in certain situations, if you okay somebody treating you a certain way or going through this cycle with someone, that's your own. You can't be mad about it and still complain about it and still be a part of it.
Right.
Especially when you have resources and people who love you who are trying to take you out.
Right.
But again, it depends on the situation, of course. But it's that situation where I'm just like, why are you mad about him cheating on you, but you cheating all the time? And you're like, you can't be saying that shit. I'm like, what you mean? That doesn't make any sense.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with pointing it out, though. That's hypocrisy. That's hypocrisy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. My brain does not process that at all. I'm just like, what? I was like, please explain, because I feel very, very silly right now. My brain is not calculating.
Darius, you want to say something? Go ahead.
Yeah, so I think that's my narcissistic trait would be the way I come. I'm not going to. I do the whole, hey, that's not how I meant it. I didn't come from that place, and I need to understand that not everybody is going to come from a place of goodwill. Mm-hmm. So I try to come from a place of goodwill all the time with everything I say, and I got to realize that people have been through a lot of stuff, and not everybody's always going to look at it as coming from a place of goodwill. So I may be coming from a place of goodwill, but if I look at it from a place of bad will, there's a lot of things that I could be doing that could be going sideways. So I have to be better about that. That's my narcissistic trick, I feel like.
Same.
Hey, Annie, I don't know how to describe what my traits are. Just know I got them.
In there somewhere.
Like I said, when you grow up in that life, like not in the lifestyle, but when you grow up in a abusive household or a toxic household, like, unfortunately, like I said, that's why I bring it up as a survival tactic. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to play that game with those people in your life in order to be good mentally, physically, whatever the case. And again, it's sad that it has to get to that level. And again, I'm also a firm believer. I remember my mom said at one point in time, she was like, the reason why I'm this way, she told me why. And it was like, they created a monster. And I was just like, but if you acknowledge that now,
get help.
What exactly? So don't ever use any of that excuse. There's no reason for anybody, in my opinion, that anybody should use just trauma, just issues they went through growing up or whatever the case, or they're just learning. Education is key, and for yourself. It's not for anybody else in the world but you. It's not. You have to take care of yourself in order to be more at peace. Like I said, I get very bad anger. So if I walk away, that's a big triumph, right? Because in my mind, I want to destroy you. I want to do horrible things. I want to be at that toxic level that people are always to me,
right?
And I view, but that's not fair to that person at that moment, even if they deserve it. Because you know what? It's my choice,
right?
I gotta do better.
You gotta do better.
And then again, at the same time, I also like playing the saint. But I'm like, well, you know, I could have, but I didn't. So
well, that's my happy. Like, if you know that you're hurting people, like, you know that you got some shit going on with you, right? Because we all got shit that's going on with them. If you're not actively trying to do better, then I don't want to hear anything from you, because your toxicity, the bullets of your toxicity are going to hit me and do damage to me. And I am actively trying to heal and be a better person. But you don't want to be a better person. And in the course of that, you are still doing damage to someone else.
You're salt and earth.
We went over gaslighting, and now I don't want to hear people misusing gaslighting anymore after you watch this.
So gonna do it. I'm sorry. I'm like, you gaslight. I use it as a joke, which I shouldn't, but it's just like, wow, I feel gaslit right now. That's crazy.
Blame TikTok.
So we are going to go over some narcissistic abuses, right? Things that the narcissists use in their arsenal, okay? Love bombing. People like to use this term too, not as much, but love bombing. So love bombing is something that narcissists do. They use excessive attention and affection to draw in their victims, right? They always got to keep a constant supply. They got to keep a supply. And understand this, if you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you will never be the only one. They will always be cheating in some way, shape, or form. Emotionally, physically, it don't matter. They have to have a plan B. There's always a plan B and maybe a plan C too. Okay, so they use excessive attention and affection to draw on their victims. This could be grand gestures, constant communication, intense flattery. The goal is to make the victim feel special and later withdraw this affection and use it as a control mechanism. So if you get into the relationship and right away it's just like, oh my God, I never met anyone's this attentive. This is wonderful. And they just constantly compliments and they seem too good to be true too fast. They probably are. It's a red flag. Then we have triangulation. This is my favorite because
Like the word.
This is my favorite. Triangulation is where narcissists bring a third party into their relationship dynamic. Okay, remember what I said. They always got to have a plan B. There's always you, them, and somebody else. You might not know that somebody else is there, but there's somebody else there. Okay. What they will do is create a dynamic where you dislike this person before you even meet this person. Okay. So say Darius, me and you in a relationship, but you talking to Jazz on the side. Okay. Me and you and Jazz, we in a chat together. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking of it, nothing of it, or whatever, but you start saying little things like, Jazz, I love that color in Jazz's hair. Like, it's so pretty. Maybe you should try that. Your hair might look better if you tried that. It's these subtle little things, right?
That hurt me.
To try to trigger your insecurity. They planting the seed. So now I'm starting to look at Jazz and I don't really like, I'm like a little jealous now because you keep talking about this bitch, how beautiful her hair is. And my hair could be better if I tried doing what she do. But now you want to start talking to Jazz, okay? And I don't know you talking to Jazz, but y'all talking on the side. You know, I love Siren. I shouldn't talk about my partner. I shouldn't talk about my partner because I really love her. But I just need to vent. Okay, Darius, tell me all about it, baby. You don't tell me.
She say it like that.
I shouldn't be talking about her, but I feel like, you know, sometimes she just jealous. Like, you know, I've said something, you know, the other day, like, oh, I like Jazz hair. And then she went off on a tangent, like, don't tell me about that bitch hair. That never happened. The shit never fucking happened. But now, Jazz, oh my God, I can't believe she that jealous. I can't believe she that insecure. Like, this is what they do. So now me and Jazz don't like each other at all, which means we will never talk. So when you start cheating on me with Jazz,
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Me and her never gonna come together because you already planted the seeds for us to hate each other.
That's diabolical.
That's what narcissists fucking do. And I've been in situations where I seen it. I seen it like, nigga, you trying to fucking triangulate me.
Yeah. I seen it.
I seen it.
And don't get me wrong, I done fell for it. I've fallen for it. Like, I have fallen because I'm only human.
Yeah.
You know, talking about another bitch in front of me or doing shit and think it's not going to affect me. Like, I'm only a human, but I also see what you're doing. And the fact that the other bitch is falling for it.
Well, see, I feel like a victim right now. Well, not really, but situation where, because like I'm a person where I invite everybody to come and I'll be that shoulder, right? So I'm also a firm believer where, again, like a guard is up. I don't trust anybody either. Like, I'll respect you to a level until you make me not trust you. So my person, like, if you came to me and was venting about your girl and you don't want to talk about her, but you want to tell me about it, okay, I'm going to be here for you. But then I'm like, okay, so now after you told me, when are you going to talk to her about it?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't
That's the part.
But wait, Jazz, you're a healthy person.
Yeah. No, but that's what I'm saying.
No, that is. A narcissist is they have a prey. So they talk to 10 women.
Yeah.
Of those 10 women, only 3 are going to be susceptible to the mind game. They're not going to do that to you because
it's a numbers game.
You're not going to fall for it. You get what I'm saying? But now I'm trying to write it, the fall for the love bombing. They falling for the love bombing, and now I'm gonna start my game. So they know who to play the game with. They're gonna see if they can do what they can get away with. Well, Carolyn said she absolutely was a narcissist's plan B, and it was so messy. Rockstar said diabolical is right. They brought it up on Criminal Minds. Natty said hard to respect a woman with her titties hanging out. Sorry,
what?
I'm sorry, is your dick small? Because that sounds like a small dick comment.
Yeah, that's little dick energy right there.
Yeah.
Jesus.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
That's a little.
I don't need your respect, little dick. Anyway.
So
that was a 4-number username.
Wait, that was a perfect
1973.
That was a perfect segue. A perfect segue. Projecting.
I love bombing a little bit.
He's projecting.
My man.
Instead of taking the blame for his mistake, the mistake he made coming on my show trying to talk shit. But anyway, that was funny. Instead of taking the blame for mistakes, a narcissistic partner or family member may project their bad behaviors onto you. So there's a manipulation technique called DARVO that a psychologist came up with, right? Deny, attack, reverse, victim, offender. So it's a blame shifting thing. Onto the victim. Narcissistic abusers deny guilt and they damage your credibility. So if they keep up deny, attack, reverse, victim, offender, eventually you're going to be so turned around that now you are apologizing. You are apologizing for making them upset, even though they did something to you. Then we have nitpicking. So some criticism is normal in a healthy relationship, but a narcissistic abuser will make you feel like nothing you can do is right. Everything you do is wrong. And this actually is DARVO, Daquan, D-A-R-V as in Victor, O, DARVO.
My mom falls in that category. Oh, here we go.
Here we go. So, yeah, everything you do is wrong. Somebody might nitpick about your appearance, your behavior, even the sound of your voice. Like, I don't know if anybody has ever been in a relationship like that where they felt like nothing they do is right. You said, yes, you did, Darius?
Yes. Every single time I try to put something through, just never worked. It was like, this is way back. So like I would try and do what I thought was the best thing for the situation, try to talk about the best things for the situation, take into consideration, all that stuff like that. Nothing I did, person was always unhappy every single time. And I was younger, so this was like in my 20s. So I was younger, so I was like I want to be a good guy. I want to do what I need to do, make her happy. Just didn't work. Like nothing I did worked every single time.
Yeah, I've been in that situation before where like I didn't even want to be around them anymore. So they would be like, oh, come over and see me or whatever. And I got to the point where it's like, I don't even want to be in the same room with you because I feel like I can't breathe. I can't talk. I can't be myself. I can't relax because I never know when something I do is going to set you off.
Exactly.
So it becomes completely unpleasant for me to even be in the same room as you. Rockstar says, my man says I make him feel that way. However, if you're literally not doing anything right, how am I wrong? Oh, Rockstar.
Wow. Just more gasoline on each other. Just keep
hoping
going.
that's not how you said that to him.
That's exactly how she said it. You know that she did. Exactly.
So here's the thing: when you have critiques about your significant other, there's a tactful way to say things to them so that you don't come across as attacking them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to come across as I'm looking like I can see her. You don't want to come across as you're attacking him. Okay, now. Don't get me wrong. There's some people like if Chris really is a narcissist, there may be no way for you to say it to him. Any way you say it to him, he may be offended because narcissists are sensitive to criticism. So you could say it the nicest way possible, and he'll still be like, "Oh my God, what is wrong now? Tell me why I'm wrong now. Tell me why I'm a bad person now," and it's never going to get through. But at least if you approach him in the right way, then you can say, okay, I didn't do anything to purposely hurt your feelings. I just tried to address my issue.
Yeah.
Don't say it like
Daquan.
We're going to work on that.
I completely agree with Daquan just said, because that's exactly the situation I was in. Like, you with the person and you thinking like, I'm just a shitty dude. Like, I'm not doing what I need to do. I'm not making her happy. I'm not. And then you get out of the relationship with the person, and then you are just by yourself, and then you're like experiencing life like without that person around you. You're like
thriving.
I'm like, what the hell? Like I was perfectly fine. It was the other person the whole time, and so like, and that was my 20s. So like that was like I was thinking I was going to be a party dude, all this other stuff like that. But after that relationship, I was like, yeah, I can't. I'm not settling down for a while because that was wild.
You had to heal.
I had to heal. I had to be by myself for a long while after her because Jesus Christ.
Daquan, she tried to kill you. Shit,
yeah, they will.
Damn.
That's like that.
I'm so glad that you got out of that relationship. This is what I was talking about earlier, smear campaigns, right? If say you trying to get out of the relationship with the narcissist and they sense that they are losing their hold on you, that you are no longer they don't have control of you. They may attempt to tarnish the victim's reputation by spreading rumors or false accusation or twisting the truth. This not only discredits the victim, but it serves to isolate them from their support network. So people have things called flying monkeys, right? The narcissist will have a bubble of people that enable them to do the things that they do. We'll see nothing wrong with the things that they do. Those are the flying monkeys. So especially if you end up being isolated and you're only around their people, their family, their friends, which I was like in their situation with the covert narcissist. Everybody was like, you're the bad person. You did something, but it was really him.
Yeah, they was around you.
Started the whispering and the pointing the finger at me,
AKA exit strategy.
So by the time it all hit the fan, everyone already had made their choice and decision. It was actually me. I think years later they figured out that wasn't the case, but that was years later and the damage was already done.
Right.
Let's see. Narcissists only attack people who they don't respect. They don't respect anyone.
Right.
They don't respect anyone.
Maybe other narcissists.
No, because even then, you ever seen two narcissists go at each other?
They are the pinnacle, right?
Respect game.
But they won't respect each other.
So they'll respect you if it's something they can get from you.
Yeah.
If you're useful to them.
But they're not respecting you then. They just playing the game. They're showing that face.
That's true.
Two narcissists is like a Zangief mirror match. It's just wailing on each other, bro. It's like Titans going at each other because that funny. Shit is wild.
Exactly. Just like, I'm good.
Genocide said she took a bunch of her meds in an attempt to OD. When we were in the hospital after they pumped her stomach, she said she probably wouldn't have done it if I had been paying attention to her.
Oh, that one. That one.
Terrible.
Wow. I've seen that before.
That's wild.
The ex I was talking about was a cutter. So that was the situation, and it was so much relief afterwards. And I felt so bad because I'm like, I wasn't good enough for this person. But the whole time was like, it's not me. It's that person needs to do that for themselves.
Crazy ass bitch.
I can't. Okay, so I don't want to say I'm a broken person, but when it comes to stuff like that, I grew up in a household where that was a thing. Every time they didn't get their way, they're trying to end themselves, right?
Mhm.
And in different grandiose ways, crazy. So I still remember the last time it happened.
Mhm.
And something just clicked in me where I was just like, sat them down like it was nothing. And I was just like, so when do you want to do it? Because you failed this time. What's going on with that?
Woo.
And they were like, well, what do you mean? I was just like, well, how do you want to do it? I'll help you. I'll fund it if you need me to.
Woo.
And it's a situation where, again, it's something that clicks to me because I can't tolerate that.
Mhm.
Because don't get me wrong, the world is shitty. There's a lot of bad things. Everybody's going through something. Everybody's in a journey in their life. But when it comes to you purposely making, don't get me wrong, if you need help, there's a difference between needing help and then just seeking attention.
Right.
Just crying for help.
Exactly.
Right.
So now be about your words.
Mhm.
Because when I'm depressed or when I know somebody's generally depressed, I'm literally like, okay. And I tell people sometimes, like, people come to me like, oh, I want to, off myself. I want to end my life. I want to this. I want to that. I would think about that all the time. But you know what happens? I don't fucking do it. Why? Because I got shit to do. And to be fair, my joke usually is the reason why I don't do the things I do mentally is because I'm here for spite. Because you want me to fail. You want me to do that shit. Surprise, bitch. I'm still here.
Right.
But it's a situation where it's just like when you get into that, I remember the last time I was just like triggered in such a way where I was just like, be about your words, because if you're this much in hurt, this much in pain, this much or whatever the hell, do it. They didn't do it, of course.
Right.
But it's a situation where it's just like, but then I even get more upset then.
But see, you
right?
let them bring out a bad part of you.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But that's when I have to realize at that point, when I get to that level, I got to separate.
Right.
Yep.
Because you're not going to take my good energy, my triumph, my building my own self back up to get to that negative level. Because like I said, I have bad anger. I have a lot of
shit, that's a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see the phone. It came out her mouth like, oh, that's...
Yeah. But right, that's what I was saying about you being with an unhealthy person, and then you're trying to be healthy and you get damaged because of them. Now this term I just learned this year, but I am so happy that I figured this out, because baby, it was happening to me and I was like, oh my God. So reactive abuse is when a perpetrator deliberately triggers their partner into reacting to their abusive behavior aggressively. So it's a manipulation tactic to shift blame away from them. So it'll be like, okay, I cheated on you, right? And I'm trying to have I'm telling him like, you cheated on me. I'm trying to have a conversation about how you did this and you hurt me or whatever. And they'll purposely do things or say things to trigger me into anger, having an angry response. Now I'm yelling, "Fuck you, you motherfucker!" Blah, 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 blah. And then, oh my God, you're so angry. Oh my God, you're threatening me. Maybe you need to see therapy. Like, I don't understand. Like,
that was me and you, like season 1.
What you said? That was you, Carty.
That was me.
That was me. You did do that to me.
I love it though. It was so fun.
What you mean it was fun?
It was so fun.
See? Y'all see, he's still toxic. He's still toxic.
It made for good TV.
No, if
it made for great TV.
They're like, but yes, baby used to burn me up. So I definitely had to learn to not allow myself to get triggered and get that angry, because that's what they wanted. Because now when I'm yelling and I'm acting a fucking fool, now on you're angry and you're yelling and you're out of control, and now we are no longer talking about the fact that you cheated on me. So don't fall for it, y'all. Don't fall for the okie doke.
You were so easy baited into it.
I was. I'm not.
I
I'm
know
not
all your triggers. This is hilarious. This is like, oh, okay, let's just talk
triggers,
about
and
this.
that is
today.
very toxic of you. So I'm gonna try to speed through the rest of this really quick.
Oh, rock star. That's cat.
You son of a bitch. They will withhold, like I said earlier, they love bomb you so they can withhold it later. So they giving you all this love, all this attention, all these kind words, and then all of a sudden you'll find they don't want to have sex anymore. They don't want to kiss you. They don't want to hold you. They used to say all these beautiful things. Wish you could say good morning to you every morning. Now all of a sudden all this stuff slowly stops. Right? That's because you're in the devaluation stage. They started their triangulation, right? They're withholding, and now they're in the devaluation phase. That's where they start breadcrumbing. That's what they call it, breadcrumbing. Breadcrumbing you attention, breadcrumbing you affection, okay? And you so hungry for it, you taking every little morsel that they give to you.
Yep.
They give you breadcrumbs because that's what they think your value is. You ain't worth more than this. This is all you're worth. You gonna be happy that I give this to you.
That's not true.
Really, it's really subtle. This is true. This is very subtle, but it's enough to keep you hanging on until they either discard you completely or until they find their next supply.
Yep.
That's what it is. So the idealization phase has ended, and now you are in the discard stage. In between that, you'll hear the repetition, where they will draw you back in. If they feel you pulling away before they want you to, they'll draw you back in, love bomb you a little bit, draw you back in, and then pull away again. And then once they finally discard you, that's it. They got a new partner. They posted up on Facebook. Look at me and the love.
What if there's no new partner and that's just the way it is?
Until they do the same cycle all over again. It's a circular pattern. It's always going to be the same. The new bitch thinks she's going to be that bitch. No, bitch. Now he got a new plan B formulating.
I can change him.
Would you say?
I can change him.
Yes.
Not that I can change him.
No,
I am that. I used to be that bitch, so that's why I speak on it. I'm like, I can change him. He gonna love me. So.
Can love him through it.
Love him through it. He's been through some things. Nothing in his life he's ever had any trouble. But I'm gonna help him.
Listen, the worst devaluing, the worst active devaluing I ever had was when I look and I finished that last season of what we were watching together with somebody else, and I was like, well,
that's how you know.
Ignorant.
That's fighting. We fight.
That's fighting words.
Yeah, that's different. So hold on. Let me see. So I have my own version of love bombing, but I don't think it is as toxic as you're saying it. I mean, who wants like constant love and attention like 24/7? Like that's a lot. It's overloading.
Me
for Jazz. Like
I want it.
Do you see how horrible I am? I need it all the fucking time.
That's a lot of work. Like that's effort. That's a lot of work to put love in. But if you just want to ease back a little bit, let it marinate, and then
so
get
it's a
back
goal.
in it.
There's a goal. Okay, the narcissist wants your mind. Once they have your mind, they can do anything they want to do with you. The body follows easily. That's the goal. So they're going to love bomb you, and they're going to use anything they can to love bomb you and trauma bond with you, so that they can manipulate you.
See, the thing is, I don't have the manipulation point. Maybe that's what it is. Like, hey, sometimes I need my space. Like, let me calm down and then take a breath. Then dive back into the pussy. Like, let me breathe a little bit,
dive on it,
catch my breath, and then go back in for another round.
I can't.
I get you that.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not toxic. It's just hey, everything should be in moderation. It shouldn't be 100% all the fucking time.
It doesn't have to be all the time. You don't have to you don't have to be 24/7 with the woman. But if you first of all, Facebook tell you everything you need to know about.
It's coming from the heart.
Okay, Facebook will tell you could go through a woman's Facebook and it'll tell you what type of woman she is and what type of man you need to be to get her. It's not hard. It's really not hard. So you don't got to put a lot of effort in to the perfect prey. You give them a little bit of love. Say a few. You listen to this because I have the traits. I'll listen to you talk. And I'll find certain things that I know. Oh my God, your mom used to abuse you. Oh my God, my mom used to abuse me too. My mom was abusive too. Now we're trauma bonded. She understands me because she went through the same thing. Like it's really people.
That's kind of low.
You also have to be careful about telling people everything about yourself too soon, because and that's where I fucked up. That's where I fucked up. You tell her
I'll be fucking up with dickmatizing people.
We became crazy, bro.
That's why wasn't he dropped when he said that?
Yeah, out of here.
Hate the game.
Genocide said, geez, and here I thought I gave people love and affection because I'm poly and I love them. Genocide, you could, but I want, and let me say this, and I'm glad he brought that up. Narcissists hide polygamy. Narcissists hide very well in polyamory.
Yep.
That is a place where they can flourish. You can still cheat in polyamory. You still can triangulate in polyamory. You still can be narcissistically abusive in polyamory. But they will use the excuse, I'm poly. That's the excuse for them abusing you, disrespecting you, and cheating on you.
Yep.
Because you can still cheat and triangulating you. Okay.
They put the partners against each other.
Put the partners against each other, the potential partners against each other. Baby.
They don't want to
baby. Hunger Games.
So it ain't nothing worse than getting asking for a date and then having to pay your side of the date because they have to have a date with someone else.
What?
Yeah, that happens, bro. It's like,
no, thank you.
Yep,
we ain't do that over here.
Nah, yeah, that's why. That's why it ain't happening no more.
That's fucking wild.
That is wild. Don't tell me that you got obligations to somebody else and then drop me off. Like what? Nah, that ain't how it's gonna happen. That's crazy.
You know, you gotta you have boundaries in a poly relationship, and so the boundaries is whatever you and your partner agree to. So if you agree to a boundary and you step over their line, Marcus said not poly and broke.
Exactly, bro. I've seen it happen multiple times to multiple people.
No,
if you step over that line, then you're cheating because you went against the boundaries that you and your partner set in place. That is still cheating. Me personally, I ain't gonna be sleeping in the bed next to you while you texting another bitch. You do that shit when I go home. That's just me personally. When I go home, you can talk to that bitch. This is my time now, okay? You can talk to that bitch later.
That's respectful.
There's a level of respect.
Rockstar said, like, if you did poly right, you could have them all under you, but instead you're pitting them against each other. That's weird.
It's weird behavior.
That's fucking dickhead
behavior. The only person that benefits from that is the narcissist. It makes them feel good, and it ensures that they will never talk to each other unless one of them is smart enough, or both of them, preferably.
When it works better if they all talk to each other, because then
get them all talking to each other.
That's how it should be, though, and that's the thing. Open communication.
A narcissist do not want A and B talking to each other.
That's weird. Like, if anybody accepts that in general, like I said, there's a limit, right? Because there's boundaries, right? Maybe type of relationship and respect for everybody involved, especially like me, primary partner, plus plus my other partners. There's like a certain thing we don't want to know about it, whatever the case. However, there should be some type of form of respect, because if you're in my life and I love you and whatever, I want you to meet other people that love you. I want to. So if I'm dating someone and their first reaction is like, nah, you're never going to meet her. You're never going to meet him. You're never going to meet so-and-so. I'm like, even if, and again, because I'm just like, that sounds suspicious.
But see,
They
no,
don't
they're
purposely
meeting.
meet that person.
No, I didn't say don't meet. They don't.
No.
want-
I'm just
they
saying
don't-
the fact that to the fact of like to question it, especially people who are new to polyamory.
Oh, no.
They think that's normal.
But
And
I'm saying some people will let you be in the same. They will let them be in the same room together, but they want their security of even if they in the same room together, they're never going to talk intimately about you and your fuck.
Oh, okay.
Because if A and B talk, they might be like, "Oh my god, this nigga fucked up."
Yeah.
And
See,
he's a liar.
Got me.
but do you see? But do you even realize? Do they even realize what you're losing? That what if the two partners were to get together and they're planning something cool for you, and you don't know nothing about? Like, there's so many things that get
missing
added
out.
to that. You missing out.
Y'all missing the point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's a narcissist.
they don't want it.
He's doing fuck shit. He's
Yeah.
abusing both of them, so he doesn't
Yeah.
want them to talk.
Fuck that person. This imaginary ass person. Fuck that person. I'm angry at this motherfucker. Who is
He
this?
doesn't want them to talk because he's love bombing one probably, and then devaluing the other, and then it might switch.
Yeah.
But if they two come together, the pattern might be highlighted, and then they both can be like, "Well, fuck you."
Yeah.
Because I see you as a pattern, and they also are liars. They lie a lot. So
Yeah.
then the lies.
He got 10 other bitches on the side. So.
Then the lies come up. Anyway, y'all.
It's a farming system.
So I said
Like
all of that
baseball.
to say this. Carty's a narcissist. No, I'm joking.
Don't out my man's.
He out of the soul.
No, I'm a healthy narcissist.
Did you not hear him say
he's spicy? He got a little spice in
I know all your triggers. He out of his soul.
I only did that for the show because it was funny, and I love the way you spaz when folks say shit. I like to get you riled up. It's fun.
Toxic.
Yeah.
That shit is toxic.
Yeah, but it makes for good TV.
Yeah. Anyway, Ty said he's not
Great debates.
He got some real traits. That's still not. So Ty, that means he doesn't have MPD, but he's still a narcissist. See, you was paying attention.
We all like you said at the beginning of the show. We all got some sprinkle on us. All right. My shit ain't red flags.
Varying degrees.
Yeah, I'm level 1.
You got enough that I could say you a narcissist.
It's a periwinkle flag. It's a periwinkle flag, not a red flag.
Let us move on to the debauchery.
Oh yeah.
Time.
You know what, nigga?
He got dropped.
He got dropped again.
That's how I be getting her though.
Oh.
All right.
So tonight for our Inside the Box segment, we are discussing breeding kinks and pregnancy fetish.
I love this.
Inside the Box.
Yeah.
The unicorn got a breeding kink.
The unicorn looks like it's got jizz on it, right?
Exactly.
Totally was not done on purpose.
The
not
neck.
done on purpose.
Blue.
Really quick, Rockstar said Chris makes him mad on purpose and laughs, and it took him this month to admit it. 4 fucking years. Girl. Wow. I'm glad
if you stop reacting, you take away his fun and he won't do it no more.
That's true. If you stop reacting, that's true. But also, Rockstar has admitted, that she had PD. So that's actually cruel. Because it's easier to trigger her. Because the core of BPD means you have problem emotionally regulating. So
they just yin and yang at this point.
Child. It's the Royal Rumble in their house.
Man.
It's the Royal fucking Rumble. So guys, breeding kink seems to be popular. Everybody seems to be happy about that. Ty said the unicorn got jizz neck, coke face.
Jizz neck, coke face.
Not a coke face.
Ball.
Oh my god.
I can't look at that thing.
Tweaking. He's tweaking. Now, if
How
you
you gonna
put
pull
those
up to
two
the
pictures
party and forget
together,
the
it looks like
perks?
the other unicorn probably jizzed on the inside the
Oh,
other
that's
unicorn.
terrible.
The big eyes. Just,
Oh,
take that.
Coming together.
God. You're welcome, rock stars.
Debauchery time.
I pay attention. Okay. It's not Skeet the Unicorn. So a breeding kink is an intense sexual attraction to the idea of getting pregnant or impregnating someone. Even those in the same sex transgender relationship can have a breeding kink.
Mm-hmm.
Pregnancy. Hey, Sal. Hey, baby.
I think this
That's
kink
what was
alone
missing.
supplies like half of the Plan Bs in the world. It's
You
this kink
damn right.
alone.
You damn right.
Yep.
Pregnancy fetishism, which is also known as, I'm going to mispronounce this, myesiophilia. Okay. I know I said that.
That sounds right.
Yeah. I'm going to say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Correct the mundo.
It's MAIESIO. So how would you say that?
Yeah.
What is it?
My
I don't know. I say breeding kink.
Something is probably silent. Anyway, it's a context where pregnancy is seen by individuals or cultures as erotic, right?
Mm-hmm.
They involve sexual attraction to women who are pregnant or appear pregnant, attraction to lactation, attraction to particular stages of pregnancy, and or childbirth. Okay. She said, "Log out." Why do I have a breeding kink? So people with breeding kinks could be attracted to it or turned on it by men for many reasons. So it's the real or imagined consequences of pregnancy that arouse you. You feel a base primal desire to procreate and spread your jizz. You enjoy some elements of BDSM, like power control. It could be part of another fantasy, such as being forced to become pregnant, like in The Handmaid's Tale. That's a fucked up fantasy.
That's a dangerous one.
I don't like that. I don't like that one. Don't do it by force. The willingness of it that's the good part.
Or you feel a deep love and desire to connect to your partner and create a family together. So pregnancy and raising a family can feel like the most intimate act.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you guys? Well, I don't want to assume y'all all have a breeding kink. Okay, Darius, you raised your hand. Darius, you raised your hand first. Light skin.
Why do I have that particular kink?
Yes.
It's something about the connection. That connection. That same time. I'm one of them same time orgasm type of guys. I love that. Like, let's come together. I don't have to pull out. Nothing like that. It's all meshed into one big ball of feeling, and it makes me feel even more connected to that person.
Okay. So,
and watch too much hentai growing up as well. There's a little bit of that in there somewhere.
There you go.
Watch a little bit too much hentai growing up. It's the cream pies, and I also enjoy the aftercare of that, like making sure she's good. I wipe her down, make sure she's nice and pristine again, and then I get to defile her once more. So that's my whole.
I like that defile.
Not the Marcus with the the queen, the light skinned intentions. Crazy.
Light skin intentions. Jazz.
I love everything. But anyway, when it comes to for me personally, it's definitely about the connection. It's definitely the primalness of everything. But also it's the fact of the consequences. I hear that a lot in that type of lifestyle community where it's just like, let me see the consequences of my the consequences of my actions. So it's just like, we did all this stuff. Mind you, I'm not one of the few, but I love the breeding kink. I love everything about it. The good ways, saucy ways, and everything in between. However, I don't want to build a family with you. That's one thing I can't say. I don't want to be with my partner. It's like, baby, now we're gonna have me. I'm like, you better fucking not. Because I know I was like, and that's the thing too, where it's just like I say laughs and PCOS. I was like, first of all, that's already so good for me, but also I take birth control. I take precautions already, but I also like to play that game where it's just like, oh no, I didn't take my pill today. Let's see what happens. Like, you know, I'm good. Never worry about me because I'm taking care of myself. But it's a situation where it's just like, it's the primal, it's that connection. It's the fact of desire, right? Especially like when it comes to the, I guess you could say more of like the CNC situation of it, or more of the filing way of everything. It's like, you needed to have me so bad into what do I usually say? It's like ruin.
Yes.
You ruined me every other potential.
You're gonna ruin me.
Exactly.
So what is that? Oh, I love that. Like me, like I said, I think it's a beautiful, beautiful thing done right with the right people. Because I hate like that whole thing. It's just like, especially when you meet a new partner and you're about to go through that journey, and it's, yeah, baby, yeah. I'm like, no, thank you. Goodbye, goodbye. That's not how we do this. We know.
Hi, James. We are well tonight. We are talking about breeding cake, James. Come on in the room.
Right.
And also the thing too is like you were saying about like the cleaning up and the aftermath.
Yes.
For me, I thrive on the, again, more of like the harder defiling situation where it's more of like you can't spill any of it. You can't keep it all, or we have to do it again.
Yes.
No, that's another level.
Eva said, if I didn't get my tubes done, we'd be on baby number 4 because we love making babies. It's so primal and intimate, so hot, and who doesn't love a cream pie?
Exactly.
I love cream pies. Light skin, I guess you could talk, Neil. Light skin.
Put him in timeout.
Jesus.
Because I'm upset with him.
You gonna drop him too?
I feel like God
it's hard out here to be a light-skinned man. I tell you.
Listen.
Tell you.
Listen, I am God, and Jessica will smite you.
Jesus.
Yeah, she is your chosen maiden in this. Like the fuck. Oh. All right. So it's a primal thing for me. Like you know, remember that scene in Step Brothers? Will Ferrell's like, I travel 1,000 miles to give you my seed. Like, oh, yeah. That's me.
Yo, I hate you for that reference.
that is me. I travel 1,000 miles to give you my seed. Like full of testosterone and shit.
Ready to blow?
Just like ready to take what's mine. And you know, you bear me a son to my lineage to go on.
Yeah. Bear me a man child.
Right.
Woman.
Very Viking like.
Yeah, you gotta say woman after like woman. Get in there on that bed.
How dare you?
Get in there on that bed and prepare to receive me.
Right. And then on the intimate side, like, you know, it's more like, hey, you wanna have my baby? I don't give a fuck what you say.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, all right, you're gonna have to take this.
I'm like, well, I guess
because you're the one.
Type shit. I get it.
That's right.
Lying.
You're the blessed vessel to carry my seed.
Lies. Them light skin lies. You're the one, baby. Yeah.
we call those LL Cool J lies.
LL Cool J, but it works.
Wait, James Harris said, who
special inside.
So James, before you came here, we've realized that Carty is a narcissist that has been triggering me.
And only her.
We used to be, listen, no, seriously, y'all, we used to be on another show, another podcast together, and like I really cussed his ass out one night.
Multiple days.
I wish I had a clip of that. When I say I was cussing his ass out, he really purposely triggered me that night, and I was pissed. I was upset with him, and he did it on purpose because he's sick.
I'm sick. A sick individual.
It was awesome.
We used to have fun.
I regret nothing. I know, right?
Drunk as shit. Anyway.
So drunk. So drunk.
So y'all got to make sure when you are engaging in the breeding kink that consent is crucial. You need to talk about.
We can't skip over you. You the one that has it too.
Excuse me. Excuse
you got
me.
it too.
I do. What you
All
want?
right. Well, spill the thing. Everyone else talk. You in the boat with us. Shame all around. That's the same.
Oh, look, Rockstar said, I remember that night vividly.
There you go. Rockstar
So y'all know I'm not lying when I say I cussed his ass the fuck out.
Jesus Christ.
It was awesome.
I really don't make stuff up. I really be telling the truth. The breeding kink, I probably always had a breeding kink because mine's is more like the intimacy part, right? Like I always wanted to create my own family because my family is toxic as fuck. And so it's like, oh, you want to have a baby with me? You know, like that's a turn on. If somebody is like, I want you to be the mother of my child, that is very arousing to me, because that means you think very highly of me. That's how I see it in my head. That means you think very highly of me if you would like me to raise your child, to rear your child, to carry your child. So yeah, that's the fucking turn on. And I love cream pies. Who doesn't love a cream pie? I love a cream pie. I don't like condoms. I hate condoms. I hate
oatmeal cream pies. Best thing in the world.
I hate condoms to death.
Condoms are the fucking worst. Am I right?
Condoms are the worst. It's really hard for me to have penetrative orgasm, but it's my favorite orgasm. Mm-hmm. And wearing a condom is like literally going to make sure that does not happen. Like it's not going to happen. It's never going to happen with a condom on. So you're
guaranteed to get like 3 less inches with me with a condom on. You're not getting it all.
You ever had a power wash? Like Jazz, you know what I'm talking about.
Explain yourself.
When the man,
is this extreme douching? What the fuck is this?
No, listen. When he climaxes and it's so strong, you can feel it come up and then come back down. Baby, it's better than any roller coaster you ever going to.
That's crazy. Why you call it power wash, bro? I was literally playing Power Wash on PlayStation 5 today.
Power wash, baby.
Like 2
That's
hours.
what I call it.
Oh my god!
Please use that.
Power wash.
But you feel him explode inside you. You feel it come up, and then you feel it come right back down. It's better than anything in Disney World. Anything in Six Flags, Great Adventure.
Please don't associate with that with Disney World before we get to you.
Power wash simulator.
Walt Disney will get his money.
I love it. I love the feeling. That's all I'm gonna say.
And that's where that thing comes from, though. It's like when I feel like when the comment usually is with my partners, I usually need to have some type of rendition of don't spill anything, right? And that's because that comes from that. Mm-hmm. It's the fact that you were that powerful need for me, that desire to need for me, that you needed to do that. Don't waste it. Don't waste the gift. And I was just like, you know what? Yeah.
Don't waste the juices.
Yeah. Give it all to me. Give it all to me.
Nigga, take, clink.
I've been.
You grip them legs.
Oh yeah. Or grippy.
Don't you spill a drop.
Don't.
Yo, that was it. That's the game I've been playing today. I've been playing that all day.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Now I'm gonna just equate that to that for the rest of my life. Great.
But I think also when it comes to like the breeding king too, like for me, I guess especially because of the primal factor of it, I can also tell again, I'm more into like, I guess you could say mating, right? So like if we're doing that and you climax inside of me and we're doing this, whatever, and I don't feel that connection, that power, whatever the hell I need to feel at that moment, we might never ever do that again. I can't trust you to get me to that point again or whatever the case. It could be, like you said, it's not like a total cutoff, but it's a situation like, how can we do better? As a partner? Where can I get you to that desire? Like I said, it comes with the brat situation too. Like sometimes my partners needed me to get to a very bitchy level for them, a very bratty level for them to get me to that part. And I'm just like, this is good. This is good. I get what I want regardless, but it's where, I think people like, especially when they start out with the breeding kink or like their first time actually like accepting it, because it's also something very naughty, right? We're taught, especially women from a very young age, or men too, to be honest, like, don't get that girl pregnant. Don't do that.
Come at her.
Don't come at her. Don't do that. Guess what? Do it. It's all right. We love each other, right? We love each other. Let's do it. Let's do that. Nah, I don't.
Exactly.
I just want what I want. I was like, I'll see you at school. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Marcus said, that's why I got snipped. Fuck condoms. Marcus, I wish that more men would do what you have done. Mm-hmm. It would be so extremely helpful if more of you guys would get vasectomies. Mm-hmm. Y'all have to remember, like, us getting our tubes tied is a major surgery for us. Y'all getting a vasectomy is a minor reversible surgery for you. And birth control, and I did a show on this before, birth control fucks us up. It does a lot of damage to us. Vasectomies for the win. Follow Marcus's lead. Look at him. Now he is free to just nut upon an end.
So proud of you. Thank you.
Marcus, does it change its color? Like, is it no longer white? Is it like more clear afterwards?
Marcus said it's a half an hour. You don't feel it. You're just sore for a few days after. I love it.
Is it the same amount?
Is what the same amount?
You come just as much.
Yeah, Marcus. He has questions.
I need to know. Yeah, I have questions. I need to know. Does the volume change? Does the color change?
He said it's the same.
Is it all right?
Perfect.
Because I've been thinking about it because I've also thought about Prince Albert. So if I can do a Prince Albert, I can get vasectomies.
Not a Prince Albert.
I've thought about it.
That's good. Good soup.
Yes. Do it. Get it done.
I'm thinking about it. I got good health insurance. I can probably get it done.
Exactly. I have insurance hitting.
Eva says, oh my God, yes, I felt horrible after my tubal, but I needed to get it done because I hate birth control. Hubby was I don't know what that is. That looks like a cat. And too scared to a pussy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Marcus says sperm is so small and seminal fluid that you can't tell the difference. The amount is the same. Daquan said, I don't know if it's for me. Do you not want to just be able to go in without a cover and feel the warmth?
Spray the walls.
The power wash.
Power wash.
Be the power wash. Get vasectomy.
Wide nozzle.
Get power wash.
Get the power wash simulator up there.
It is free on PlayStation Plus this month. Grab it.
I'll need somebody to make me a whole flyer, and I'm just like, power wash.
Oh my God, I need that.
We'll Photoshop your head onto that power wash simulator splash panel.
All right, cool.
Oh man.
So, like I said, before you try to engage in this with your partner, please make sure that you get consent. Don't just bust a nut at her and be like, oh. Consent, okay?
Yes.
Ladies, don't just lock him in. All right, I'm lying. I was about to say, don't just lock him in with your legs. I'm not gonna lie, I've done that before. I did not get consent.
Right.
I'm telling the truth. Listen, I'm telling the truth. I did. I just locked them in.
Shock Pikachu face.
Hey everybody, Gina raped a guy.
It's like the John Mulaney skit. You want me to kill that guy for you?
I did not. We were all having sex. I'm saying he was going to pull out. And I was like,
It was a primal.
18 years.
Gotta be quicker than that.
Gotta be quicker than that.
They got you for 18 years.
I have long legs, so
The I Dream of Gina. Let's go back.
Put you in that child support lock hole.
Oh my God, I'm cracking up. James said, you trying to get someone to power wash your guts, huh? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Enthusiastic consent. Oh, yes, you're right. Enthusiastic consent, Daquan. Not just like, oh, no, I guess. You want them to be enthusiastically saying yes.
Lock the leaves down.
Also, y'all want to talk about safety and birth control. So if you really don't want to get the chick pregnant, if you don't really want to be pregnant women, then you definitely want to make sure that you are using some type of birth control. I know birth control sucks, but hoe responsibly. We always preach
Always.
responsibly, okay? And also know your STI status.
Facts.
I fucking love it. I love that.
I love it.
You gotta send that to me.
It's just the best.
You have to send that to
Bravo.
me. Yes, I love it.
Bravo.
That's why she's the best. That's why she's the best. Make sure you know your STI status if you want to be engaging in sex, raw sex. Okay. Make sure you are not passing things to someone else and that they're not passing something to you. Okay. Y'all should be getting tested regularly anyway.
Every 6 months.
I mean, some people, if you're in a committed relationship and there's nobody else supposed to be in there, then you should be able to do it once a year. But if you hoeing and you would like to hoe responsibly, you can do it every 6 months.
I do it every few months. I don't play with
Shit, every quarter.
Like the TPS report.
Wait,
Yeah, that's right.
I
I passed my report card. I'm going to the next semester.
Marcus said he goes every 3 months. Marcus, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
quarterly.
you responsible
What are you doing in these
bastard.
streets? Are you a
love
porn
that.
star?
That's a turn on. Yo, keep doing that. That's beautiful.
No, I think it's a beautiful thing, but also I want to know.
Oh
if you're a
yeah.
porn star.
I remember.
He out here slinging. He out here slinging that dick.
I love it.
Marcos Gonzalez.
Listen, he went and he got his vasectomy. And he said,
I'm for the streets.
"You know what? I would too if I was a man. I knew I couldn't get you pregnant."
Just swinging it everywhere.
Leaving the office. First come, first serve.
The Balls Johnson dance.
Exactly.
Who's getting this?
Receive me, bed wench.
Bitch winch.
Receive me, bedwin. Oh my god.
Marcus said, "I have a lot of loves, and you are hoeing responsibly. I
We
appreciate
love that.
it."
We love that. We love that.
Genocide said, "All I pass on this is churn butter, shed
What?
spread country crop."
Oh my god.
Oh,
Second,
I can't believe it's not butter.
not the
it's not
country
butter.
crock. In the tub.
I'ma come.
If I'm gonna do one
Play
thing,
that clip,
I'ma
please.
come.
God,
Please upload that clip. I want to hear it so badly.
not parquet.
Oh my god.
Busting shots in that pussy like a Florida strip club.
With the ripping and the tearing. The ripping and the tearing.
I can't. All right. I know a lot of people watch porn and you see the stuff on the porn. They don't necessarily show people putting on condoms on a lot of porn.
Mm-hmm.
Do not mix up porn and reality. Okay. Some of y'all, I gotta say this,
You got disassociate the two.
I gotta say that for some of y'all. So again, get tested. All right. Also, don't confuse a breeding kink with an abusive person looking for an excuse not to wear a condom.
Yep. Or stuffing.
Okay. So some guys will be like, "Oh, I have a breeding kink or fetish," when they actually don't. They just don't want to use a condom.
Or if he has 12 kids, believe that nigga. He has a breeding kink. Don't get involved with that.
Oh,
He's dead
Carolyn,
1,000.
Carolyn, baby, they was cutting up in here. You missed it.
You're gonna have to go back, Carolyn.
You want
We'll talk about spraying up the walls.
You want to hit the red ball back because we got into this breeding kink.
Yeah.
At least put up the power wash picture one more time for Carolyn.
Oh my god.
Pull up the picture.
I can't.
Power Wash Simulator.
I fucking love it. It's the best thing I've seen today.
Carolyn, I was describing the feeling of a man ejaculating in you. I call it a power wash when you feel it, when you can feel it come out and then, you know, spread back down, ooze back down, and it's warm. It's a warm sensation.
Ooze.
Ooze. Fucking Power Rangers.
Wait, the secret of the ooze, baby.
The secret of the ooze.
Oh my God.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
I love that clip so fucking much.
I can't.
Oh my
I
God.
love that clip so much.
I'm gonna come. So you might be wanting to introduce your breeding kink to your partner. And so how would you go about that? You want to do it when you're already discussing sex, okay? So don't blindside your partner. You know, don't be in the grocery store picking out vegetables and you just be like, you know what, I want a nut in you.
Why not? I'm an open person. I'll talk about anytime I want. If it passes my, I'm saying
Let's
it.
be like more like in the act of having sex and you just hold her down and be like, all right, I'm gonna nut in you.
Yeah, Breed, that's bad. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's not consent. That's like
It's
what
not.
that's like what I did. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do it. Silent did.
Don't do what I did.
Don't pull an Audrey Vagina. That is.
Don't do that.
Don't come.
I got like 2 new terms this whole.
I'm a come. I have a breeding kink.
All right, so we got that out of the way. What type of fantasies can you do to act out your breeding kink? All right, so we did bring this up. And
Not slave and master. Please do not say slave and master.
no, I was saying forced breeding, right?
Ooh, okay.
That could be
That's just weird.
Forced breeding could be weird, but it's AKA
Not that the slave and master thing. I've seen it. I've seen the part of it. The white man, black slave.
we did a race.
Oh no. That's
Sal
that ain't
in
cool.
here.
Well, I don't yuck nobody's yum, but there's a level. There's
Oh
a
yeah,
level.
you definitely Sal has that and that's in his favorites. I know it. I
No,
know he does.
I want to say it was Sal because we did
Got that shit bookmarked.
a race play episode, and like somebody was like, I can't say it. I want to get canceled. Somebody was in there like, you want to be in the gas chamber.
Oh yeah. So bad.
Yo.
I was like, oh my! It wasn't us. It was somebody in the comments.
Yeah, in the
I
comments.
feel like it was Sal. I don't know. I don't know. But I was like, oh my God.
That wasn't me. It
Wasn't
sounds like something Sal would say though.
it was somebody. This was like in the early days of our show. Wild, okay. It was wild. But yeah, we might do race play again because there was
Oof.
that was a wild conversation.
That's a good topic.
Touch and go right there.
So it might be you might want to do forced breeding, aka consensual non-consent, right? I think we all know. Well, hopefully, we all know what consensual non-consent is.
Yeah.
Some people like the idea. Some women like the idea of pretending they are being forced to have sex. So you could do the forced breeding, you know, but you have to have a lot of conversation about what that actually looks like.
Safe words.
Safe words are a big deal, especially if you're going to do this. Sal said manslaughter that pussy. You know what?
Oh, it's back. Everybody.
So if you're playing the aggressive guy in the breeding fantasy, the guy's the breeder or the aggressor trying to breed you. The popular version of this is the guy could get physical with you, pushing you around, pulling your clothes off, push you into the bed before getting on top of you and having his way with you, you know, ruining you.
Ruined.
And then he can whisper all types of dirty, filthy, nasty things in your ear to convince you that you should have sex, you know, without birth control. So the best position to do this in would, of course, to be missionary, where he's able to use the any kind of position where he's pulling the full weight of his body on you, and you really feel like you're unable to move. You're stroking your beard. You like that?
Yeah. There's this particular position called the mating press that I really like.
The mating.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what's that look like?
So legs up. I position my legs over top of yours, and I enter you, and then up and down. You can't move. You can't get away. Yep.
Okay.
You're forced to be in that position.
Basically pinned. You can't move.
Just pound town.
Yep.
Okay.
She has been busy.
Jess has been busy.
Oh my God! Send that one to me too.
So it's essentially missionary position, but moved a little bit farther up where you can't move your legs back down. You're stuck there until I finish.
Dolly, yes, that's what it is.
Legs behind the head too.
That's what consensual. Now I'm responding. Yes, that's what that consensual non-consent. Yes, that's what that is. I'm trying not to say the R word, but yes, that's exactly what it is. And it is a fetish and a kink for some people. It's a thing. Sal said my favorite thing to whisper in a girl's ear is I don't like to wipe my ass.
Stop. Okay.
You
Did you wash
yourself
your ass
out of
today?
pussy? God damn. Ain't nothing gonna make a girl drier than that shit.
Jess, you got did you wash your ass today?
Could you imagine someone whispering that in your ear?
Oh my God.
Like mid-stroke?
Oh my God.
Booty crumbs.
I had a partner.
Not booty crumbs.
They were just like joking people, and I remember he was just, what did he do one time right before he nutted? He was like, I have the power, and I just laughed.
That's funny too.
Oh,
He's like, I have the power, and I was just like, what?
did you wash your ass?
No, that's pretty funny.
I don't like to wipe my ass sometimes, and this is one of those times.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Carolyn said, nigga, what?
So are we now on talking about the weirdest thing someone said at climax?
You can the weirdest thing. Ooh.
So I don't know if anyone's watched Tim and Eric. Awesome show, great job. There's a character called Spaghetti. So I yell Spaghetti. I like Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
That's in my 20s. There was a lot. Me and my friends had a lot of things where we would have competitions with each other to weird shit like that. So,
Yep.
Spaghetti.
Out of millions of nuts I'm busting in my life, I really can't think of a tagline I would ever say.
It's a bond. It's a bond.
Carolyn said, get him. Oh shit.
Yahtzee.
Sal said the weirdest thing I said while nutting is redfish.
You start quoting Dr. Seuss? Nigga, what?
Oh my God.
No.
I love y'all so much.
I bet you never hit you better never hit her again after that one. I can't fuck with this nigga no more.
I don't know.
I don't think I've ever said anything weird.
Oh, I have so many. I
personally don't. My partner don't. I do it after.
Go Team Venture.
What is that whole thing? Like, you know that turtle, like you see the turtles, they were mating, and he makes that weird noise.
Nick, paddywhack.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay. It just clicked in my head.
He will laugh about it because I'm that weird bitch at the end because I'm good. I feel great. So I'm gonna make you feel great. And I'm like, yes. And you're just like, please stop.
Does somebody got something playing in the background?
No.
I hear
it.
I hear it. Someone hears something playing. Y'all messing up the laughter.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was me.
Oh, okay. I knew I wasn't crazy.
Yeah.
Although Carty might like to gaslight me into believing that.
You ain't hear a goddamn thing.
Genocide said, back in my 20s, I was a big wrestling fan, so I yelled, "How you like that, Austin? How you like that? Woo!"
I definitely can see myself Ric Flairing in some yams.
Genocide, please tell me you lying.
That's hilarious.
Wait a minute. This is the last one I'm reading. Y'all got me all on. Sal said, or sometimes I say rah rah like a dungeon dragon.
That's too funny.
I can't. Oh God. Anyway.
That's beautiful. That's top tier.
Oh, y'all.
Woo!
Oh God. So another fantasy you might have is bondage breeding. So using bondage is a killer way to take your breeding to the next level of intensity. Okay. And you not the best in the world. I can also do the I can't control myself around you. Right. So be like, I know you're a fan of Primal Jazz.
Mm-hmm.
The whole I can't control myself, you just gotta rip the clothes off. I can't contain myself.
Yeah.
Start ripping everything off, knocking shit off the tables, bumping into the TV, bumping into the walls.
Break some shit. That's how you know.
Break some shit. Yeah.
Break some
That shit I bought though.
Yeah, not shit I bought. Oh, but that happened one time and they like ripped my good clothes.
Oh, I get pissed off. I think
in my head, I'm like, keep going. But in my head, I'm like,
nigga, you rip my shit?
You know how much I've been paid for that?
Bro. I was like, this is $60 is raw.
Yeah, you gotta have a conversation before you start ripping my shit up. Like, you can rip
you're gonna need some like rip away fishnets or something simple. Yeah.
Rip pantyhose. Don't be ripping nothing important, okay? But whenever you're engaging in this, you have to like really be into it. Otherwise, it's gonna be corny.
Oh yeah.
So if y'all really just like,
you gotta go hard to go home on that one.
Yeah.
I just want you so bad.
Your primal, and I'm like I said, me being the primal back, I call that shit out quick. I'm like, oh, so you're just not into it today, huh? Maybe we shouldn't. Like, that's cool. And then then maybe potentially it gets them to that level where they have to.
Oh yeah.
Poke the bear a
little bit. But then, like you said, I also don't like forcing people. So like maybe it's an off day, but it's like if it's a consistent like, oh yeah, baby, I want to do those things to you, and I'm like, please don't talk like that. That's just do it. It's not about the words, it's the actions,
right?
And then when you're in my ear, that's when it's about the words. You know what I mean? That's where it's an art, it's a dance. You got to do it properly.
And it's funny how some people can talk dirty and some people like it sounds really cheesy. I don't think I'm a dirty talker. I don't know. I mean, I've done it, but to me,
I appreciate a good dirty talker.
What'd you say?
I appreciate a good dirty talker.
I could do it, but in my head, it sounds
like
crazy.
Paint me a picture, girl.
I'm like that.
My imagination go with that.
I'm a good writer though, but I'll send you messages.
Yeah,
like my messages are fan. But me saying the same thing that I'm typing, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel subconscious about it sometimes. Like I can do it, and I've done it pretty well when I'm like really into the mood, into it. But like if I'm not like hyper into it, it sounds weird. Even though I've been told it's like, oh no, it doesn't. It sounded good. I'm like, you sure? I felt really awkward when I said that.
To me, I'm a very like, I don't know the correct term, but it's like it has to sing in my ears, like when the person is saying certain things. And if I know, like if I feel in their wording or their terminology is a little like nervous, or I feel like they're not really feeling it or whatever, I get higher in my situation. Like I'm like, okay, let me describe shit. Let me get you to that point, because I want to see if you can feed off of that so we can continue moving where we got to move. Because
I mean, I don't like to brag myself, but I think I find myself one of the best, sex talkers of our generation.
Yeah.
I'm the
Why
best.
you?
I used to get paid.
I think my phone sex is top tier.
Why you sound like?
He Rick James.
Why you sound like Norman Osborn when he said that?
No, he sound like Rick James.
I'm something of a dirty talker myself.
Yeah, I think I dabbled in the
What he's talking about,
linguistics.
I'm the best looking motherfucker you ever seen.
Oh my dream.
I lick a titty like no one else.
Sound like a blaxploitation movie. Dolomite,
right?
Yes, exactly.
L time. Don't cat.
He said, don't cat tie.
Don't cat tie. Like
What's
this shit feel like I'm actually there. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, that's
Don't
why
do that yourself.
at it though, is that
I
like,
love you, but don't do that.
when you have those issues with your partner, and then it gets to that point where I'm mad that they're not there. Like I get really fucking pissed off. I'm like, so why are you not doing what you said you're doing right now? I don't care you're 8 hours away. Come right now. What is your problem?
Well, that's the whole point. It's
Is
part
that-
of the love bombing process.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Come full circle, baby.
Fine. See, look, she capping. See,
break
that's
it
what
up.
I say. Some moments.
Or you know what? Another fantasy you can do is pulling the condom off in the heat of the moment.
Yeah. Like
So
fucking-
you can have the condom on, but you want to make sure that you visibly show her that you.
Yeah.
I want
Here's
you.
the
No, I want to feel you, baby. Take
Yeah.
the condom off
she got to hit a snap.
Yeah.
and throw it.
Or tell her that you had it on the whole time and you did.
Yeah.
It was a candy bar. Is this a goddamn Snickers wrapper?
Surprise! You might be pregnant.
What movie was that from? Oh, what movie was that from? I can't remember.
It's so wild.
Rockstar said all the sex talk is working on my appetite, about to make me something to eat.
Let me something to eat too. What you having?
Make you want a sandwich? Okay, so
Little sex sandwich.
if we continue with the fantasies, there's some specific submissive fantasies, right? So you could do the, like I said, the Handmaid's Tale. You live in a religious dystopia. You're owned and you're controlled, and you're a fertile slave with few rights. Or you could be the.
Only got the right to this
I thought
dick.
I would get into that. That's not something that's appealing. Now I'm gonna burn out.
You gotta hang some bodies outside and make it all realistic.
Stupid.
You got the right to remain on this dick.
Now I don't wanna.
That sounds like a bad porn.
I know. That's what you
Right to
Praise be
remain
blessed
on
mother.
this dick.
Oh my god.
right to remain on this dick. Seriously, I can't with the dystopian future to it, because I'm like, it's like you downloaded the wrong season of Handmaid's Tale.
That's probably what's
This
going
ain't
on
the
in
right
North Korea right
season.
now.
Was not nominated for a Golden Globe. What is this?
I don't know if you saw that in public news, but yeah, some
Oh.
kind, North Korea was crying. It was like, I need y'all to make more babies.
Oh my god.
What?
And since it's a dictatorship, you kind of have to make more babies. So they're being kind of forced breeding now.
Oh wow.
That's crazy.
That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, their population is kind of dwindling because they're so closed off. So
Or you can be the 1950s housewife. Your purpose is to be a breeding wife, to serve your husband, keep a beautiful home, give him a family, right? So it goes very well if you're into the domestic discipline. So you could do that hand in hand.
I don't know, 1950s. I don't think it's just
Dragons camp. A little D&D.
D&D.
Rolling for initiative in this
D.
bitch.
Little D&D.
Yeah.
Or you guys could do alien monster, supernatural abduction, right?
Oh,
You're captured by aliens.
overpuzzle. Overpuzzle.
You're strictly to be a breeding womb for them. That's all you're going to do. Okay, so the alien's going to use you. For some people,
With a Warhammer 40,000.
Yep.
For some people, this involves the monster laying eggs inside of them, and there are even sex toys called ovipositors for this very purpose. Oh, I'm saying
Ovipositor. Ovipositors.
Okay, correct me.
Yep.
Correct me. Anyway.
I correct you, all right.
No, because the guy earlier that was talking shit about my titties being out, he was like, "You might as well put a blind wig on." So now I'm like, "Yes, sir." You know, I guess he equates titties with blonde hair. So Marilyn,
maybe I don't know.
I don't know. That was some kind of kink he had. I don't know.
No kink shame. Even though you're an asshole, no kink shame.
Humiliation. I don't do that. No, thank you.
I feel like he is jerking off somewhere.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sure.
I'm not getting money from me. No, I need
that. You getting free. Nigga, send me some stars.
Glazing his knuckles.
Oh goodness! And then we had some other fantasy. Right? I was going into the fantasy world. The Amazon. You're snoo.
Ooh.
Snoo.
You overpower your man and take what you want.
Ooh.
Push him into the bedroom, pin him down, strip him, secure his arms and legs to the bed.
Oh.
Ride him to get what you want.
I can't get free. My precious seed.
Gotta hump my way out of this situation.
Take it from me.
So if you happen to be with a more voluptuous woman, this would be a good fantasy for you. Someone more statuesque. You know what I mean? That could be good. Or you could do the bull fantasy where you're looking for a healthy, virile man, and you only want his seed. That's it. It's no emotion at all. I want you to breed you. Give me your penis.
Seed, please, and
drop
leave.
them draws, nigga.
Jesus.
So those are some different things that you can do. Okay. Now, some people actually take it a step further and they actually have a pregnancy kink. So they want you to be pregnant. Okay. I have been hit on a lot when I was pregnant, and it is always weird to me. It is very strange.
Well,
I'm carrying another man's baby.
Yeah, if it's mine, then yeah. But if it's not, it's like it's not there.
But what I was told was that pregnant pussy is the best pussy. That's what I was told.
Oh, it is.
Without a doubt, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's up there.
Gush gush. Goosh goosh.
Go ahead, Jazz.
I feel for me, like I said, it's one of the things, even though I'm very heavily into the breeding kink, all that stuff. And again, no, I don't want pregnancy. I don't want it. I want it, but I don't do it.
Right.
But it's a situation where it's like, I'm fascinated by the ones or individuals that are into like the woman actually being pregnant and then like worshiping her. And it's because it's what I think it's like the Gaia syndrome or something like that, where it's like she's fertile, she's giving life, she's all this thing. So we have to worship her, we have to take care of her, we have to milk soak fucking baths and shit. Like we got to take care of her. And I'm like, that's hot as shit. Go off. But then it's also a creepy situation to me because like, again, like if you're pregnant with somebody else's child, again, I guess it's also like the primal situation. Why are you sniffing around somebody else's mate? That's
yeah. You don't
unless you think you're better than my man.
That's foul.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't trust you. You're not around my pet. Like, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna. It's not a thing for me. It's just weird. You know what I'm saying? To me, I don't yuck the yum. Do you? But not I. And God forbid. No.
Is it weird that if I want to be like, she hates me, kink?
No.
And it's like, okay, just like send me like 30, 40 women and they just pay me like $2,000 a pop.
Oh,
Just
you just want to set up franchises. The Carty franchise.
put Nick Cannon to shame.
Yeah.
I do. So, do you guys think Nick Cannon has this kink?
Yeah.
He does. He definitely
Yeah.
does.
I think so too.
I think he
had
talked about it
had
on
the
one of his
complex.
podcasts.
What is that ruler? I don't know if it was.
Oh, the joint from SVU. What was it? Because there was an episode of Law and Order SVU with John Stamos in it where he had that disorder. I forget what it was.
Yeah,
called.
it was like an emperor or whatever, and he wanted to make sure that his lineage is passed through the whole entire world. So he literally impregnated every single woman he ever saw.
Was it? Is it Genghis Khan?
I don't know if it was Genghis or someone else.
Well, there's like a few doctors that have.
But
done, like,
Genghis Khan has a long ass lineage. Like there's folks today related to Genghis Khan because he fucked so many people.
There's a doctor that did that where the women were going to the sperm banks and the doctor was using his own sperm.
Yeah, so
that dude.
All these fucking kids was related. It's really wild. I think Netflix did a thing on
it's called Our Father.
And he went to jail too, right?
Yeah, that shit is crazy. Like, just all your kids walk around probably marrying each other and shit. Yeah. Absolutely wild. So
not in Alabama.
Jesus.
So somebody may say, why are these fantasies so common? Part of it could be due to early childhood learning. So the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that sexual attraction to pregnant and lactating women is linked to having more exposure to maternal pregnancy and lactation in childhood. So
can this be thicker?
So
can we just love the thickness? Everything gets thicker and juicier. Why can that be it?
It could be, but it could be this too. So, so specifically, the interest tends to be more common among older children who had siblings. So you were watching your mom breastfeed, you were watching your mom be pregnant, at probably that formative time period in your life, and you develop this.
That's creepy.
I mean, that's the way a lot of kinks work, though. it's a little creepy.
I'm gonna stick with my thickness.
Also, the overturning of Roe versus Wade can make this be an increase as far as people being interested in the breeding kink, because now it's more of a risk. It's more of a taboo because you can't just as easily in some places get an abortion.
We gotta travel 3 states over. We getting this shit done.
Yeah.
And they also have found that people who have a high attachment anxiety as far as their relationship, so their fear abandonment, and they need a lot of assurance from the romantic partners, and they're very high in eroticism. So they feel as if
Sweet Home Alabama.
If they get their partner pregnant, they're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to leave me. So that's nothing new. A lot of men will get pregnant. And vice versa, women will get pregnant thinking it's going to keep the partner. So that's not going to happen.
Yep.
This is really weird. Interestingly enough, some cross-dressers have been known to enjoy this fetish, the pregnancy fetish, as it allows them to experience a sense of femininity and motherhood that may be difficult to achieve through other means. So they will wear a prosthetic belly or other pregnancy-related clothing and accessories to help them experience the fetish, which is that's wild. I was like,
I would call it borderline sick.
What?
Is that sick?
Mentally.
Cross-dressers have a pregnancy fetish, so they'll wear a prosthetic belly to experience motherhood, and it arouses them.
I don't see the problem.
Why would you say that's sick? You think it's sick?
Mentally disabled,
not
disorder.
Disabled.
Not disabled, but mentally disorder.
He had to say something else to get us canceled.
Yeah. Don't yuck their yum.
Yeah.
I guess.
You buy toys. You buy sex toys. This is sex toy.
Oh, I'm not buying a fucking
Some people might
big ass
think
prosthetic belly like I'm in the Santa Claus. Something.
you have a problem with women wearing butt plugs.
As what?
Yeah.
Just walking around every day with them, or
Sometimes they do.
I mean, you'll never know.
My point is, a lot of people would think that it's crazy that somebody wants to stick something up their ass and walk around with it. I'm just
I don't
saying.
know if you ask them to quack like a duck while they're doing it.
You know what?
I think it's all about where, time and place, right?
Yeah.
If I'm just me,
Yeah.
you didn't kind of ease me into that. And you're like, here's this belly thing I like. I'm totally into. I'm like, that's cool. Maybe not do it when I'm here, or maybe we can try something in the future.
Yeah, you fucking lying. You go to that man's home for the first time. Like, oh, this is just my baby belly I put on. You
my
gonna
thing is
slowly
that
walk out the door like, okay, you have fun with it.
I love learning, and I like to know what people tick, like what makes them want to do those things. Because
yeah, same.
It's just like the situation I have like with a close person of mine. We like to say we're sick individuals, right? But it's not out of disrespect to each other. It's the fact that, like, why do we like these things that we like, right? And they're not, like, to be honest, like, mostly are harmful. I mean, harmless. Like, they're nothing. They're nothing. But, like, to us, to, like, talk about it is a big thing. But to have that, you know, with somebody, I'm not saying whip it out on the first fucking date, the first time you're meeting. Then I'm just like, okay, you trust me too much? That's a little...
All right. Hypothetical, Darius.
Okay.
So you go to this woman's house for the first time, right?
Okay.
And you walk in, you're chilling, and like you just happen to see this big, long, black strap on. Right? You can't miss it. It's just on the wall.
Yeah.
It's by the TV. It kind of fucks up your peripherals, right? And you're curious. You have to ask, hey, what's up with that? And she just said, oh, I like to, you know, dress up and act like a black man sometimes around the house.
So here's the thing, though. It's just like...
What do you do?
So...
No, not you. No, this is for Darius. This is for Darius. Hold up. This is for Darius. I want to know his answer.
I'm like, all right, do you, boo boo? I'll call my Uber in a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm not into that.
But that's what I'm saying too. Like, if they try to whip that out for me purposely, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like right off the first thing, like you're either didn't know how to approach me with that, and I'm trying to give you a safe to kind of work that out with me. And listen, it doesn't mean I have to accept it. Doesn't mean I have to enjoy it with you, because that's weird. You know, to me, I'm just like, oh, that's not really my thing.
Yeah.
Go off. I gotta go.
Go off.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she gonna say, hey, I'm LaMarcus when I'm home.
Yeah, like you know, it's the same thing. Like I said, like I was talking about before. It's like with people who have a fetish for bigger women in general. Like the amount of times I've been on dates, like you said, even though I know I'm a big girl, I'm not dumb. Like I know, but it's just like in my brain, I don't see it as the way many people do. But then I'll have like a guy who's like, yeah, I love your stomach. Just start rubbing my stomach. I'm like, oh, hell no. What are you doing? This is weird. And again, it was like, oh, it's not a thing. I just love big women. I'm like, wait, you can love big women just like you can love a certain type of woman or a certain type of person or whatever. Now you're doing fetishizing in a negative way because what is up with that? Like, you don't want, especially if it makes me uncomfortable, you're right. Find somebody who's into that. I'm not. Go off if it's safe.
You should have brought that up while we were out eating.
Yeah, because they're fetishizing you and like nobody.
Let me know if I can skip this tab or not.
See, I'm stupid with it because like I'm eating all this good ass food because I'm a foodie too. I'm like, yeah, this is my life. Next thing they're like, let me rub your stomach. I'm like, oh hell no.
Let me rub you up now.
Burns hand like, excellent, we got this, and I'm just like
I
fell for the trap.
I accidentally walked into
a little creepy because you biting in the ribs. And they like,
and I
what you say, Darius?
I accidentally walked into a race play situation before, so I was like, yeah, I'm not into that, but good luck with that.
How that work? I need details. How that work out?
I mean,
hold up.
You know why that happened though, Darius? Because you look like Victor Tomley.
Oh my
god. What happened? I need to know what.
You walked right into that one.
I walked right into that one. Nah, so I had when I was in college, I had a roommate who she's a white girl. She had a friend that lived like around the corner from us. We lived on like Susquehanna, and she like lived like around the corner on one of the small blocks. So one day we went over there, hung out, and I was feeling her and everything like that. So a couple days later, I come back over. She's like, "Oh, I'm by myself. Did you want to come over and we can hang out and chill?" So go over. Really nice girl, everything like that. We sit down, we smoke, we're watching a movie. What were we watching? Fuck, was it? I think it was like Boys in the Hood or something like that. It was a hood movie.
Mhm.
And she's like, "Oh, well, I don't really understand why like a lot of you guys don't like to use the N-word." She's like, "I like to use it during sex." And I'm like,
The
"What?"
hard R?
Yeah. Yeah. She's like, "Well, I mean, have you ever heard this thing called race play? Because like it's a certain kink. Like I grew up in like Minnesota or something like that. She had met a lot of black guys in her life, and she was like,
Prince
I
is from
don't,
Minnesota. The fuck?
yeah. And she was like, "Well, how would you feel if I used that word while we were in the act?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not into that type of stuff." So at that point, I didn't know what race play was. So she was just like, I don't think she was just talking shit. I just thought she was like just trying to say something crazy. So I was like, "Yeah, I'm not into that." And I'm comfortable by this whole situation that you got going on here, and I'm going route because you're not going to catch me.
Whoop your ass.
No, it wasn't even like a
runaway slave.
I can imagine it was I'm gonna take this nigga dick type something like that, like one of those situations. I could see where it was gonna go from there, and I was like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm going route." And I deleted her number, and I said, "She's not allowed to come over and hang out no more. I know that's your friend. You go over to her. She ain't allowed in the house no more." And then there was a whole thing where she was like offended because she asked the honest question, and I didn't answer it forthright. I was making it a bigger deal than how the white woman tends to go.
Yeah, but look, if she's on Susquehanna, I'm sure there's a lot of nigga dicks.
Exactly. That's my whole point. I didn't do it, but I can guarantee you there's a nigga around the corner that probably did.
Don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's like, "I don't care."
Sal said, "Don't let me don't tell me you let that snow bunny trick you."
Nope. I was like, "You got that. I'm fucking route."
No, I had one of my exes. So like the issue I had, because I date anybody. I really don't care. Not really so much, unfortunately. Not a fan of white men in general, but I had a situation where I was dating this man. He was a Jamaican man, and yeah, well, like we were good vibing, whatever. He fetishized me as a Latin woman, which I never really fully understood in the beginning.
All the time.
Yeah, well, but that was the thing that really, and I used to challenge him a lot of like that, especially because like he would do shit in front of me, like especially like to try to degrade a black woman. I'm like, what kind of bullshit is that? At the time, like we're first dating out at this time, mind you. It didn't last long, of course, but he said that. I was like, that's weird. Like your mom's a black woman. Like why would you say some shit like that? Whatever. So then it wasn't until we're finally getting intimate with each other. And he would try to force me to say those words to him to get him to a level. I said, "Yeah, this is a trap. You're not fucking with me. I don't believe in that shit. I'm not saying that shit. Nothing to do with me. That's weird. Like, why would you want, especially when there's so much negativity on that with the history, and you want me to say some shit like that? That's fucking weird." And I was like, "I can't see you no more. Never again. I don't even. I don't know. That's just so weird to me."
Yeah.
The race play situation. I wish somebody would call me.
Rockstar said I would have asked her how she feels getting a body slam.
Yeah.
Daquan said negative Ghost Rider.
But see, listen. I can't go off on her like that because we're off campus. We're at Temple. I'm not getting put in that situation because I have friends that they have negative situations due to snow bunnies doing crazy shit to them.
Yes, they will.
And they will cry wolf fast as shit too.
Yeah. Dolly says sounds like he was looking for the hole, got confused before he got all the way down there. Lord have mercy.
Booyaka.
Oh, Carolyn D. I haven't seen her in a while.
So, as far as the pregnancy fetish, right? The men said they like the shape of the pregnant belly, the idea of the woman giving birth, the romanticized idea of family or wanting to start a family. For men, the power of being able to control when she gets impregnated, the changes that the body makes. Of course, you get more voluptuous. Some people's hair looks better, their skin looks better. You get that pregnancy glow. The idea of lactation, because some people have a breast milk fetish, that's a thing. A desire, and women in particular can have a desire to get pregnant and get turned on at the thought of getting pregnant, which is called
And that what makes you pregnant.
gravidophilia.
That's crazy. You think it, and your body will start fucking doing it.
Yeah.
That's a sin.
Although the idea of pregnancy has been around since the beginning of time, there's no denying that mainstream media has normalized, glamorized, and some would even say sexualized pregnancy for decades. So, of course, you got all the celebrities that have been increasingly doing these very risque pregnancy photo shoots. So it is making
a shame request.
Sexy.
I want to shame real quick the women that are on Instagram are breastfeeding their babies.
I hate that
and
shit.
Making it seem like it's not sexual when
and
they
it
fucking
is.
know what they're doing. Shame on you.
I don't like that. That's disgusting.
That shit ain't fucking cool.
Yeah, it's
Stop
a difference.
that shit.
It's a difference between your baby is hungry and you breastfeeding a baby. Maybe you were in the middle of doing a live and you just didn't want to click off and you just decided to breastfeed. It's another thing when you all made up, done up. And you just laying there. And just the titties are just propped up in the baby. It's like it looks very staged. I don't like that shit.
That shit ain't cool.
Weird. Or the baby like 6 fucking years old. It ain't no fucking baby, and they just playing with the titty and chewing on it and bipping and bopping around and on their laptop at the same time. Like that's creepy. That's weird.
It is.
That's weird.
And plus, I can't do second trimester. I'm done. Third trimester, I can't get in the mood.
What?
I feel the baby kicking, and it's just hard for me.
That idea always
poking my baby in the head with my dick. Like, oh no,
you can't do it.
I know you can't do it. I'm thinking like, oh, you fold it up in your stomach. That's where the baby is. We in trouble.
You gotta have the lanceologinist to be able to poke the baby.
Oh, my baby! I'm gonna poke my baby in the eye. Come on, blind. I can't. I can't do it. I'm gonna knock her mucus plug out all early. No, second trimester. I'm good. Third trimester, we can mess around. But I had a kid,
so I've never been pregnant. But I think isn't that a point where into induced labor is to have sex, and that or women to a point where they need to have sex towards the end because that's one of the things.
They say it helps.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look, I'm trying to figure out what was meant to be sent to Carolyn. I'm all nosy in the comments.
Someone trying to shoot
what you mean to send to Carolyn? What you mean?
This is the other Carolyn. I think this Carolyn's on my Twitch. I'm not quite sure.
I'm nosy.
Wait, is it the sounds like he was looking for the whole guy?
Must have been. I'm like, no. Daquan said the things people do for some likes. Yeah. It's not. No, I don't think it's just for likes though, Daquan. I think they get something. It's something weird. That
they get off too with it. Probably.
It's probably so. It's probably like this AI thing where we don't know about it because we're upstanding moral citizens, and there's some secret underground fetishization of it. So, the whole AI thing, people were looking at the AI thing like, oh, well, this is just somebody acting weird. No, there are people that pay that woman to do that type of stuff, and they pay her crap tons of money because it's a fetishization for them. And then they had kids doing it, and had everybody like, oh yeah, I want to follow this trend because it looks so cool and I can get a lot of money, not knowing that that's what that actually is about. So
I think didn't they just do? I saw somebody's interview, and it was like an adult star, whatever, a porn or whatever, and she was like, when she got pregnant, people were like giving her money, like, hey, we want to see the birth of your child, we want to see all of it. And it's just like the sexualization of the whole thing with it. And then like even to the first time you touch your child, it's like weird. It is, and I don't get no young, but that's weird.
It's like a creepy crossover of like pedophilia and something, right? It's
Oh, sorry.
There's something. It's something uncanny about it. It gives me a very uncanny valley type of feel.
Yeah.
If you can get off on someone getting birth, there's something wrong with you. Please go see a therapist. Work that shit out.
But that is part of the pregnancy fetish. Like watching someone give birth.
Work that shit
that turns somebody on.
Could you imagine if you like your husband had it? Let's say you're married and like you giving birth and he's just sitting there grabbing his dick.
Like, this is great. I'm like,
come on, baby, push! Like, push! You're almost there. So am I.
Oh no! Like you had your birth at home or something. He's sitting in the corner just jerking off.
This sounds like an episode of The Boys. Like I'm just.
It
sounds like a real bad episode of The Boys.
It definitely does. It's great. Rockstar said, wait. Did y'all know women sometimes have orgasms during birth? Yes, I've heard that. That never happened to me.
That's better than the pain, I guess. Shit. I guess one would welcome that.
Actually, I wouldn't want that to happen. I would feel so.
You rather be in agonizing pain?
Didn't have an orgasm while I'm giving birth to my baby? That's weird.
It's a pleasurable moment.
I don't know. I think if you think about it in a sexual way, yeah, I guess maybe. I don't know. Like if I'm orgasm because it happens, maybe because like especially when I was younger, and getting into my way of life now, everything used to just set me off. So that happening, if I'm giving birth and it just happens, then it's another Tuesday.
Rockstar said that is so
my baby's head.
I'm coming on my baby head and shit.
No,
like,
I don't want to think about it. Don't think about it.
What?
Every time I think
that's fucking wild.
Hear something wild.
That's fucking wild.
It just keeps getting wilder.
On this damn show, y'all outdo yourselves.
God damn it.
You know how many goddamn clips is in this episode?
No nut birth.
I'm done.
We are, when I tell you we is the best kept secret, this show is absolutely crazy.
It is. Why are we going on 3 hours? This is insane.
I don't know. We need to.
So we're off the rails.
We need to wrap it up because this is crazy.
We off the rails.
Too much.
Daquan said this whole night has been wild, and I'm here for it. Thank you, Daquan. It's always like this. Some nights is a little wilder than others. Today is up there. This up there in the top 5 for me. But anyway.
I can't with y'all.
Squirt on the baby. Is that what they're portraying?
Oh my God. Put it up again.
I'm out.
A child made of love.
Oh my goodness. That's a white baby too. Oh my God.
That baby look disgusted.
Baby came out like, Mom, I fucking hate you.
Frodo.
Oh my God.
You ain't worth 2 flies smashed.
Oh my God. Jess, you've been on fire tonight. You earned the check I don't give you, okay? Oh my God. So remember, we learned.
I'm done.
I'm reading my poor baby in there like my black friend is back. It was the brown friend yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was the view I was talking talking about?
Shit. Woo, woo, woo.
My God.
Oh my God. I'm
Just
glad
the
I'm
best.
gonna happily watch this episode back tomorrow while I'm at work.
Oh,
So I can timestamp it. Oh my God.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely wild.
Woo.
All right.
crazy.
I
Do what we do.
appreciate y'all in the comments so much. For anybody who wants to learn more about narcissism and how to get out of a toxic and bad narcissistic relationship, please, 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 you can go to YouTube, and I follow these 3 people, Dr. Ramani, which is Ramani, Mental Illness, which is a Black man. He's a Black man who has narcissistic personality disorder. He is diagnosed and helps other people get out of narcissistic relationships and heal from NPD. So I think it's really good representation because it's a Black man.
Yep.
And then I also listen to Dr. Todd Grande, which is Grande. So if y'all want to learn more about narcissistic personality disorder, you in this type of situation, you're trying to get out, I definitely recommend those 3 people. And you can find them easily on YouTube. A lot of good information. Sal said we're heathens. Yes, we are. That's why you're here, because you're a heathen. Well,
we are heathens.
Welcome to your community.
Right.
Anyone that
You're
is
home.
your first time here, I hope y'all had a good time, and I really hope that y'all come back every Thursday so that y'all can engage in the shenanigans and the debauchery with us. If you, I am the editor I'm not the editor, Lord have mercy. I'm the executive producer for the show. So if you have a podcast and it's not gaining visibility, okay? If you want to do a podcast and you don't know how to start, please, please, please reach out to me. I can help you with that. That's what we do here on the Head Nerds in Charge Network. All right. And then you can engage in shenanigans and debauchery with your friends on here. Okay. Rockstar said, I'm not trying to get out. I'm trying to learn how to navigate it because he's trying to on. All right. All right. Good luck on it. I hope y'all work your course. Carolyn said this was a good show. I gotta run this episode back. Carolyn, it was a really good show. I was talking about a lot of stuff. That's all.
Getting into it.
Power wash, bitch.
About a lot of stuff. You take a
Ooze, baby.
Your words for tonight is power wash. Your vocabulary words.
There you go.
And also, your sex move to remember if you want to lock them in, ladies, is the I Dream of Genie. Take them legs.
18 years.
18
Wrap
years.
him around his back, okay? Hashtag, yes. I'm going to have to get a t-shirt or something.
That's that power wash.
Again, you can find us here every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on all Head Nerds and Charge platforms. We're on Twitch. We are on YouTube. We are on multiple platforms on Facebook, okay? If you like the shenanigans and the debauchery, please give us poor struggling content creators stars, okay? So we can keep doing this. I want to have multiple monitors so I can read my shit professionally. That's what I want. I want to get my whole anchor shit on, you know, my hood anchor.
Yeah.
But yes, also if you have any suggestions for topics that you want us to do, I take suggestions. So please let me know what you want to talk about, what you want to engage in. Make sure it's nasty if it's a sex topic. Don't come with no corny stuff. All right.
No vanilla-ness. We don't do vanilla here.
Some craziness.
You see how you gotta elevate.
Yes.
Elevate whatever you think
You
is
gotta
the
beat this the last one. You gotta keep
times
going.
it times 3. Okay, but yes, I take any and all suggestions, also for mental health as well. A lot of times I discuss things and I see in the comments that, you know, it's a community that needs to discuss these things. As African Americans, as people of color, we don't always, and men as well, because we have men on the panel. We don't get to discuss these things in a safe space. So this is a safe space to discuss those things We can laugh at it. We can cry about it. We can do all those things together. I hope y'all learn things sometimes. If y'all ever get pregnant because of something that you learned here, and get happy about it. Not if you're not happy about it. If you ain't happy about it, don't got nothing to do with that. But if you're happy about it, let us know. We like to inspire sex and nastiness and procreation. Digital Devil, why don't you let the people know where they can find you?
They can find me on Facebook. Oh, no, not on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram and you can find me on TikTok. I've been upping my content a little bit more, so please check it out.
Okay.
You want to give them the handle?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Digital Devil on all platforms.
And the lovely and beautiful Jazz.
It's me.
Yeah.
I am on pretty much any social media. That's Ms. Giselle. That's MZJAZELLE. On all platforms, add me. I don't care. We could talk about anything. Just bullshit and anime nerd shit. Love it. Gaming. Let's do it. But kinky shit is always the best. I love talking about sex and everything else crazy. But also the same thing. I'm starting my new TikTok. I'm trying to get that process. It's going to be called Fet Talk. We're going to start talking more stuff about that. This year, that's one of my goals, is to get my shit together so I can fucking focus on it and not just write shit down and never do anything.
Yes, we are going to support you in that endeavor. We love to see people create and grow and prosper. And we're nerds on here as well. Okay.
Big ones.
Yeah.
Blurred dumb, is not a monolith. It doesn't look all the same way. I am a sex nerd and a sex nerd. Yes. Yeah. I like that. and the toxic light skin.
Toxic narcissistic ass light skinned.
Your beard screams toxic.
Yes.
Light skinned James Harden.
The beard grows from all the narcissistic.
The light skin lies.
Why did you drop him?
God damn. I'm a co-host, god damn it.
Sal said
some respect on my name.
Sal's asking, can he be your submariner? It's Giselle, can be your submariner.
Going down. Anyway, y'all can find me right there. Boom, boom, boom. At the Carty Experience on Twitch and Instagram. Please follow me on Instagram because I have a lot of content and my shit be so low. It's like an algorithm out to get me. I'm like, you know how it is. You know how it is.
You're not consistent. You gotta be consistent.
I'm very consistent. I got good shit. It makes you laugh all the goddamn day.
Anyway, funny, but you're not consistent. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, and before I forget, my birthday was last week. Saturday gang. I'm having a Carty party. Boom boom. Shitty flyer, but you know what it is. Naughty Xmas party.
Tom's New Roman.
Carty.
That's right.
Yes.
You know what it is. If you haven't been to a Carty party, I literally make that flyer like in 5 minutes. It's so bad.
So if y'all interested in coming to Carty's party, make sure y'all Red Ball is back. Okay. Save Saturday, December 16th. Yes, we will.
DM me if you're gonna make it through.
I got you.
Crazy. Christmas party. Get the eggnog out my balls. All that good stuff.
We just got off the Breeding Kink and we're right back on it.
We're right back into it.
Right
back another hour.
It's always with us.
Chef Ty's catering again this party, so it's gonna be a good time. Fun games. It's always a vibe. Come through if you can.
Yes. Shout out to Ty. She cooks amazing food. She always feeds me well. So yeah, if you are Philly, definitely reach out. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, know we'll fuck you up if you don't know how to act and it's your first time coming. I'm just saying.
You got these hands. Got these hands.
No.
You said.
Not my door person.
Not Mega Mind. Nigga Mind.
Oh my God. Oh, And of course, y'all, I am at Siren by Night on all platforms. At Siren by Night on IG. At Siren by Night on Facebook. At TikTok, on TikTok, I'm at Siren_by Night. Okay. So make sure y'all follow me because that's where I will keep you abreast of all the shenanigans, anything that we're doing for the unicorns and for the HNIC network. And where you can definitely reach out and contact me if it's something business related. Don't send me no dick pics. Okay.
Without paying stars first.
Unless you send stars. If you prove to me you sent the stars, and then I will assess your dick pic. Okay. Just know it's gonna be just.
Show me the money.
Until next Thursday, y'all go ahead and spread some eggnog on somebody.
Power wash it off. Power wash, baby.
Y'all have a good night.
Ho responsibly, hoes.
Ho responsibly.
Your body, check it.